said he jumping in the water to save his nigga. So it was saying some cold shit. It was pretty good. But it's one of his popular songs. I figured out this.
Who's that?
No.
Welcome back. Episode 109 of the Reason to Doubt podcast. Like always, I am your host, the Supreme Pod Guy, Jay Sims. And like always, to the right of me, we got... Look at his kicks, look at his car, all I say is... Joe Jack 2-3.
Disclaimer, this is not my shoe. That ain't either, and that ain't either. It's a dope shoe, all three of them, but it's not my shoe.
Could have said that.
I'm throwing that out there.
Saying,
No cap over here.
Could have said that though.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
shout out to the guys. We'll figure it out later on.
We'll let y'all know later on. You know what I'm saying? But and then always to the right of him, we got... Loud rounds wooded, that's how I like. That's kind of hurt. Fred 60, aka KD.
I ain't seen you on the bike. You still got the bike.
Still got the bike.
No, I ain't seen him on the bike.
He sold his Harley already.
You know that's how it working.
You gotta be able to ride to see me. So if you ain't out riding, you wouldn't see me.
When the last time you been on it?
Huh?
I was gonna ask you.
It's been a while though.
You need to hold something?
Damn.
I wouldn't mind.
That is how it be though. Nigga got like an old car or something. He ain't drove it. So got that ready. No, I still got it.
Shout out to DJ Steno. He couldn't be here tonight. Happy birthday to Cuz Whitney Steen, wifey. Dan Steen, wifey birthday.
Her birthday till tomorrow, man.
You know how it works.
Out there.
You know how it works. They got.
Our black people celebrate their birthday for 3
It's
days.
all month.
All month.
It's all month. Like she probably gonna be celebrating that shit to New Year's.
They called me with the Casamigos in here last night.
Yeah. Shout out to the Steens, wonderful family. But you know, on this side of the camera this week, we got.
I'm the freshest young nigga in the town. Don't nobody want to see these old ass niggas.
We changed that.
Damn, I don't know why I just played that shit. I meant to.
I'm the freshest young nigga. I'm the freshest young nigga in the town. Don't nobody want to see these old ass niggas.
Damn. I must deleted the juice.
You getting colossal, ain't
Colossal.
That nigga's winning.
Man. Colossal. You know, you ever heard of Colossus? You know what that is?
I just know.
Young Punk.
X-Men.
What it mean?
Young Punk.
Here we go.
Young Juice on this
Hold
side
on,
of the
wait a
camera,
minute.
man.
Let's stop real quick. I can't even comment on shit on Instagram without dudes talking about you wasn't even born when this came out.
No, listen.
I'm minding my business on my phone on my Instagram.
But look, he liked the video. You ever seen that movie Ride?
Yeah.
With, like John Witherspoon and shit. It was like one of them 90 movie clips, pages or some shit. Like a funny clip. I just look and see liked by Juice. Fam, you never seen this movie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a liker, dude. I like shit.
Yeah, like
I don't give a fuck what y'all post. I'm gonna like it. I used to be double tapping this shit. That's
like,
what I be doing.
how was I wrong for that?
Because I'm looking at the clip, reminiscing like this was a funny movie, shit like that. And then I just happened
He like
to look.
right.
Man, you don't get out of here. Dude. You never seen this.
But what he ain't understanding is though.
What?
It's on your list.
I never seen the movie, but
No way.
I looked in the comments to see what the name of it was. So I got it in my plans to watch.
You still ain't watched The Last Dragon.
That's
huh?
in my plans too.
You probably can't even find
Like a
neither
year
one of them.
ago.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lose the movie now. Don't put that on. It's
You even got a DVD player?
I got PS4 and PS5
You right.
What? So he said he got PS4
and PS5.
Ooh, he was talking crazy. You could.
He got a PS4.
Who plays the 4? Who plays the 4?
I watch TV on my
watch
phone.
DVDs and Blu-rays.
It's like his Roku stick.
Yeah.
No shit like that.
Nobody plays Xbox, but whatever.
But like always, this is shot by AE Media.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on.
AE Media, Little Deuces.
Where was that
I
camera?
had to tell him last night to put some respect on his name.
Motherfuckers, we'll give you that another time. But this is episode, was 109? 109. Like always, every episode is brought to you by the good people at Goalie. Go to goalie.com, use that promo code Reason to Doubt Podcast, and get They change it every week. I think y'all getting 20% off right now using that promo code Reason Doubt Podcast. They go up, you know what I'm saying? Go down. 20% off right now, I think. Anything on the website. Right now they got the apple cider vinegar gummy. John Steen ain't here, so Juice. What is this called? Ashwagandha. They got the super fruits. You take all 3 of these all day throughout your daily routine. I like to take this in the morning, this in the afternoon, and this before bed. The super fruits are for your skin, hair. They got that vitamin C, all those different vitamins. All 3 of these supplements help your immune system, but they all do different things. The ashwagandha does things for your satisfying your lady.
That's why you take it before you go to bed.
So that's why you knock the ashwagandha.
That's the one he makes sure he take every day.
Every day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Apple cider vinegar gummies. That's the apple cider vinegar. You used to take the nasty shot, help you with your gut health, burn a couple calories throughout the day, but it tastes good. Now it's in a gummy. Take the super fruits. Have your skin glowing like mine. You know what I'm saying?
Barely.
Anyway, go to goalie.com. Use that promo code Reason to Doubt Podcast.
That was the most light skin shit ever.
Get 20% off.
That was hella light skin.
Get y'all skin together, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Are you glowing?
I'm glowing. I'm always glowing. I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying?
You pregnant, bro?
I'm hoping that's what it say. That's what it say. You see, I ain't got no line or nothing. I'm trying to see if it can, if it can come together. You know what I'm saying? I'm 32, birthday coming up. By 35, I gotta have a full beard. Man.
Usually they say they're glowing when they're pregnant.
He pregnant like Lil Nas X.
We're gonna get it. You listen to Nas X album yet?
I never heard nothing about that. They even heard.
Everybody heard Old Town
Never even
Road.
heard of
You
it.
heard Old Town Road. You heard Old Town Road.
can't say
That's the biggest
that,
song ever. You heard Old Town Road.
You can't say that.
You've never heard Old Town
And you got a little girl. You heard her. She walked through.
KD be bumping it on his bike.
Never heard.
Old Town Road.
Down the River Road.
Cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Nah, you might get some different looks you doing that.
Never heard.
Honking.
Standing on it.
Huh?
Never heard.
We'll get into new music in a minute. But what's been going on with y'all, man? Juice, how it feel to be on the big screen? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel great. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, the ratings finna go up.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I get on here, we do an extra 1,000.
Extra 1,000 views.
I love the confidence. I always tell people, pop your shit,
Yeah,
man.
so I feel good.
You don't be feeling like people be overconfident sometimes?
Some people, like not him, but I'm still here for it. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like
I
some people
support
full
it.
of shit. Full of shit.
Some people full of
Me?
shit.
Porter potty.
Me?
No,
Who,
some
him
people-
or what?
Some people
I
do.
just people in general.
Some people do.
If it ain't directed, it ain't respect.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a
People
fresh
in
cut
general.
today.
All right.
This is my good side.
Who cut your hair?
Apple juice.
My grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Orange juice. Apple
What you
juice.
got something to say? You need a new barber? What was one of
I got one.
Apple juice, orange juice, one of the juice.
Did y'all watch Versus? Did y'all watch Versus?
Sure did.
Versus is a great thing, man. Did y'all check it out?
I didn't watch it.
So,
I seen a little
What
bit
the
of
fuck do you watch? You don't listen to
Next thing
shit.
I've been watching
watch
this,
shit.
make this real quick, series on Apple TV called C. It's like that. S-E-E. S-E-E.
oh, about the blind people.
About the,
and shit like that.
about the blind people was like that. It's pretty cool. But back to the verses.
Back to Versus, though. So, Versus is getting very entertaining. They had Fat Joe versus Ja Rule Versus. If me being us, our generation, I know you probably watching that, like you probably never heard none of them songs that was being
He never
played.
heard of Fat Joe's song. He
Yeah.
never Fat Joe's song.
You know what I'm saying? You might have sprinkled in, you might have heard it one or two, but
Y'all see how this go from?
we kind of grew up on that a little bit.
Nah, you grew up on it.
So, did we say? I think we all had Ja winning.
I think we did.
You know what I'm
There might have
saying?
been one person that had Fat Joe.
I don't think
Yeah.
I said gyro.
But Ja Rule kicked Fat Joe ass. You know
My
what I'm saying?
opinion does count.
Okay, so who won? In your opinion,
Gyro.
Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, first of all, probably took over the crowd from what I saw. His shit was, he was playing the right shit at the right time. And that's just it's what I got.
Because you didn't know none of the Fat Joe songs. Let's say
I
that. That's what you
did.
should have said.
Now listen, I will say, I didn't know all of his songs. Probably more or less into the first half, more the second half I knew. The first ones he was playing, I didn't know them because it was like I guess his earlier songs, whatever. But he just wasn't I don't think it was more like some Dipset shit.
But if you ain't see it.
I watched a lot of the clips.
So if you would have watched it, you would have seen that like verses and change. It ain't just about like who got the biggest hits. Even though Ja Rule got super big hits, and that's why like I don't think nobody really from his generation. The only one you wanted to see was like Ja Rule versus 50 Cent because that would have been just a dope.
It would have been like.
It would have been cold.
It would have been like Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have got through. They would have fought, but it wouldn't have got like that.
But even 50 would have had to play them right songs because Ja Rule ain't no pushover.
No, Ja Rule beat like a lot of people. I don't really know a lot of people that can beat Ja Rule in the verse because his songs, whether like you like Ja Rule or not, it's huge. It's women like they was singing that shit like word for word in that crowd. And I think Fat Joe probably thought he was gonna do like the Locks did.
Thought he was gonna be out swagging.
No, he thought he was gonna be out like gangstering, like because he was doing freestyles and shit. Like how Jadakiss and them niggas was doing freestyles. That was different because first of all, Jadakiss just his voice and everything just sound intimidating and everything on the mic. But he was like rapping freestyles, but it sounded like they was new. Like you never heard him. It sounded like he was directing that shit towards Dipset, like calling them pussies and shit. Like Fat Joe tried to do something like that, but he not Jadakiss fam. Like so, it didn't really hit.
But I think he admitted that Ja Rule had more hits than him, but he said he just wanted Ja Rule to get his shit off. So that was
he said that after. I think that's cap though.
You think so?
I think that's one of them things. Shout out to my brother Ja Rule because
cap, dude.
He's a good opponent.
That was cap. Like I think he got his ass kicked because if he would have won, if people would have said he was winning, he would have won. Like
he wouldn't have said
his conversation would have been, "I told y'all don't sleep on me. I'm Joey Crack. Like I got hits."
He still could have had that same approach though. He ate it and said he had
Joe didn't eat it, man. Joe won, dude. Joe gave away 2 bags and he called it.
But I can also
he
say
was stupid chunky though.
And he called him. And he
was mad disrespectful.
Disrespectful as fuck.
Definitely disrespectful.
He was
He
mad
didn't win.
My thing is,
He been apologizing all week for calling Lil Mo and Vita crackheads and shit like
dusty bitches to be.
Hey, we live in a crazy era though because look,
no dusty crackhead bitch.
because look, as I'm watching verses, and when he said, like, yeah, you gonna have to get through. You gotta go to a crack house and find them dusty bitches you had on your song and shit. My instantly like doing podcast shit. Like, I instantly thought like, oh man, he gonna fuck around and get canceled for saying that shit. Like I just knew that. I knew the internet was gonna be like, why would he say that? But he was battling.
And you can't take.
He getting his ass kicked too.
You can't take a halftime intermission.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I seen that clip where he tried to get up out of there early. He was like, "We're gonna get back to y'all." He like John said, "We ain't done, man. We got 2, 3 more songs." Like,
no, but he had to change it. He had to put that Louis shit on. He had to change his swag up.
Dapper Dan, Langston.
You know what I'm saying? He had to put in swag up. But
that shit was weak.
What? Outfit?
You made us wait 30 minutes to go put that on.
I
didn't like it. I thought he was gonna come harder than that. That was kind of weak to me.
He a big nigga. What? Like like Khaled, fake DJ Khaled, them, they can't be wearing all. They gotta wear like velours and shit.
Why you wearing a coat anyway? Though I know you hot.
It was Louis though. You know how fat niggas be dressing, dude. Like they can't be. They gotta be comfortable.
If I'm gonna make a motherfucker wait 20 minutes, I'm gonna come out with that shit on. I just didn't.
He didn't come out with that shit on. You just didn't like it.
It just looked.
You was just hating.
Kind of.
Young punk started
uniform to me.
So in the verses talk though, like it was entertaining. Fat Joe didn't get killed. He fought back. Like it was good. He didn't get. He just lost. This is real quick. Jermaine Dupri versus Puff. Jermaine Dupri calling out Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy told him, "Your arm's too short to box with God. Stay in your lane."
He said only person he feel like can touch him is Dre.
Dr. Dre.
But he called out Dre.
So, if this happens, who y'all got, Puff or Jermaine Dupri?
I got Jermaine Dupri.
I got JD too.
Who you got, JD?
I'm gonna take Puff, but JD got some shit though.
This is why I'm gonna take Puff. If you watch that live, too much energy. He gonna perform the fuck out of all them songs. Yeah. He wouldn't even let JD talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think it ain't gonna be like that on that stage? Like,
I didn't like how JD. I watched it live. I didn't like how he didn't play nothing.
Yeah, and like Puff start playing songs and shit. That's how, like in that verses, like songs that you might even thought that you didn't like that much, Puff gonna make you like them during that verses.
Cause he dancing.
He gonna be so hyped. He might be bringing the people out to perform them. You might have like not liked that song that much, but Puff gonna make it seem like this is a song. And then
Puff entertainment.
And then Then JD will come out with a Mariah Carey song after he just played a Biggie song. Like it's gonna like.
And then he gonna pop his shit. He said, like he told him on the live. He said, "Yeah, you been out longer, but who got more money?" I was like, damn.
No, he told him. No, the funny part, he said. He told JD, "Man, I don't even hear your shit. Like you go to a wedding, you never hear your shit. Like they don't play your songs at weddings and shit." And JD said, "You never heard Let's Get Married at a wedding?" But Versus is cool, man. They need to put Versus tour together. I think that'd be straight. Switching gears. Yo boy, Lil Baby. Lil Baby was at the Met Gala. He had a $400,000 Patek Philippe watch, limited edition. He was stunned, posted on Instagram. 400K plain Jane. This ain't regular.
At this point, it was a plastic Philippe.
Fake watch busters came at your man's. Got finessed out of 400K. My favorite rapper ain't you never seen Hov with a fake watch, man.
First of all,
rebuttal in like I said in his defense, the jeweler publicly apologized, gave him his money back, and gave him 4 rings.
Yeah, we know we cracking all jokes.
You guys was busting too, right?
They was busting. But you also gotta respect the fact, like, this ain't even about me being a fan of Lil Baby though. A lot of rappers would have tried to take the other end of the stick, you know what I'm saying, as far as he admitted that, okay, shit, maybe it is fake and whatever, I got finesse. Most rappers would have tried to defend it a million type of ways and all that other kind of shit. Shit, it is what it is. Like,
Lil Baby real. I like Lil Baby.
Yeah,
I'm just making jokes, but
that's fucked up.
You know, it's just
we gotta be careful, man.
And shout out,
know what you invest in.
we got Basecamp coming on in a second, but with the sneakers, like people buy fake sneakers and might not know just where they getting it from. But jewelry, imagine buying jewelry. You know, this is something I found out recently. Like I've been shopping. Me and KD, we both been looking. We look at Rolexes an awful lot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find the right one. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person Rolex. Pretty soon I'm trying to cop a Rolex. But to buy Rolex, you can't even go to the Rolex store and buy like you want this specific Rolex that you've seen online. You can't even go into Rolex and just buy a 18 karat gold, solid gold Rolex. You know what I'm saying? You have to buy straight from Rolex. You have to get put on the list. You gotta buy Rolexes. You gotta buy watches that you might not even want just to stay on the like call list and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like Hov said, you gotta purchase this at a secondhand store.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what people do. So when you see more people, like how me and KD probably buy our first Rolex, it's probably gonna be secondhand store. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta get put on that list and stuff like that. Same thing with Patek Philippe. That's what Lil Baby said. Like, man, y'all gotta put. He added Patek. Like, y'all gotta put me on the list because I got finesse like this.
I didn't know what he meant by that. So
but that's how it go. When you get put on those lists, like when the new watches come out, they be limited edition and shit. If you on that like list, you got first dibs to buy this watch, or you might have to buy this watch to stay a member and stuff like that. That's how these rich people do. They stun on this. But it's a finesse. I mean, it's a play because that watch they had on was like a 40th anniversary Rolex.
It's timeless.
That watch when they bought that watch, the watch was like $30,000. The next year is like $80,000, and like you said, he spent $400,000 for that watch. That watch worth like around that. It's gonna keep going up though. You know what I'm saying?
Investment,
super investment. You know, DJ Envy on the Breakfast Club basically. I think he might have said he on that list. Like, so he had that watch that Lil Baby had, and he bought it for whenever it came out from Patek, and he sold it for like $200K. And he like, damn, I wish I'd have kept it because it's so much worth. So that's just something our broke ass can't relate to.
I'm not gonna be secondhand used. Rolly though. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know what I'm saying?
But it's just things like that you know what I'm saying, we don't even know about. But it's just
I know he got that watch from remember Uncut Gems?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had the fake joints. That's where he got it from. He got it from Adam Sandler, dude.
What was
Man,
his name?
My boy got killed at the end of the movie. Dude.
Remember he had the fake joint. He had the little shit in the safe. Old boy came and got his watches and stuff like that. That's where he got the watch from.
You know, but that's just another thing. Damn, that's fucked up. 400,000 on some fake shit.
You get killed over some shit like that.
Yeah.
Killed 4,000.
So you know,
That's what he was
but
kinda
that's what's
insinuating on the post.
But that's what's so crazy. Like the jeweler don't even know that it's fake, and he giving it to you. But
Yeah.
imagine if you know you selling somebody some fake shit for 400,000. You gotta be a tough motherfucker.
You don't think he knew it was fake?
No, I don't think the jeweler knew it was fake. Yeah, I really, cause that's the jeweler he added. That's a respectable jeweler. That jeweler do a lot of jewelry for a lot of people, and if he didn't that jeweler didn't refund that money and give him some free shit,
He over it.
that shit would have been over. There's too many people sell jewelry. Like why would I?
But if you ever go jewelry shopping and shit like that, like they really don't be trying to. They don't really be pushing that fake shit unless you come in there with a little money.
Yeah.
So like when you
They
come in
trying to
there
get
and you
something
be like, you be like, how much is this? They be like, this is $5. You be like, how much is this? This is $6. You be like, man. They be like, come here, buddy. Yeah, come here. We got another case for you though. You be like, I give you this for $1,200, and you like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. You ain't ask no questions.
Right.
So like they want your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna walk out of that motherfucker with something. If you
Oh,
got
yeah.
some
But
money,
they'll lay it out to you though. They ain't like, hey, this.
if you don't ask, they're not gonna say that
this
shit.
10K, my friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's because most when you go into they ask you how much you're trying to spend.
Yep.
How much you trying to spend? Oh, you trying to spend that much? You in
I'm gonna
this
take
box?
this other case.
You in this box right here? This 10K, my friend. These diamonds ain't hitting like they supposed to hit.
They don't tell you
they
that.
hitting like these.
They don't even tell you that because you a
From my
sucker.
experience, they do, but
They really don't. They don't tell you.
But
that.
your jewelers ain't been telling you if it's real or fake.
No, I'm saying like they know that. Okay, you wanted them, so like I can get you this right here though. Those people that spend that type of money, they don't be asking those questions. So I'm a voluntary be like, hey man, I'm taking you to the Fugazi case. They don't say that.
Right.
They say it in so many words. It's just you don't talk about it. You be like, hey, I got you. You like, yeah, I got them. Motherfucker look good.
they pull out that piece and they put that tester on it. They look at you like, yeah, yeah.
But the world's so crazy, fam. Like motherfuckers might have a diamond test in their pocket. You can't be walking around here with fake shit. Motherfuckers be like, look,
Motherfucker
train,
with
bro.
YouTube channel.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Them diamond testers don't mean shit.
Yeah,
so
because they Fugazi too.
Them diamond testers don't. I seen
Fugazi
motherfucking diamond test this finger, and it. I'm like, okay. I don't. And me myself personally, I don't. I like to stick with precious. You know what I'm saying? Stones like not stones but metals, gold, solid gold and stuff like that because
Shit
the
that keep that
value don't depreciate. Diamonds lose their value all the time. They fall out. All type of
Metal
shit.
is definitely.
I'm really
more
a metal
valuable
type
than
of
diamond.
dude.
Yeah, you know that's why I got this solid gold. Everybody was like, well, you should put some diamonds in it. I might be fucked up. I might have to pawn that motherfucker one day.
But I seen so on social media I had seen a clip and it was Ellen was interviewing Kim Kardashian and she was just like she was talking about her son. He had the chain on. She was like, look at him, he looks so cute. You know, see how I said he got the fake gold chain on and stuff like that. Kim said, huh? Come again, say what? Kim, she said, yeah, he got the fake gold chain on. She like, no, that's real.
Yeah.
She was like, it's so big though. She was like, first of all, her parents got billions.
Right.
His parents got billions. Like, so like, that little chain ain't nothing to them though. But that was mad disrespectful though for Ellen to even come at her like that.
You know what though? It was, and I'm taking this shit as disrespect. Older, Ellen 50, 60-year-old white lady.
Yeah.
They thinking like, why would you buy
That's
a
stupid.
kid a real gold chain like
So in
that?
her mind,
knowing
she
how
like-
much that costs.
Yeah.
So like Ellen thinking it's a baby.
Ain't no way they did that.
Like why would you do
Yeah,
that?
ain't no way they
You
did
know what I'm saying? A 60-year-old white lady. That's how she looking at it, like a real gold chain for a toddler.
But
You know what I'm saying?
and I understand that. But Kim thinking like, have you seen my bank account? Like this is toilet paper to me. You
And
know what I'm saying?
it
Like,
fuck
this
around and been free.
or it could have been
Motherfuckers like
gifted.
that. Yeah,
You
people
know what I'm
like
saying? Stuff
that.
like that. So like, yeah, she definitely took offense. She like, huh?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's why Ellen ain't got a job now.
Yeah, like you ain't finna
Doing too
slide
much.
on past
Yeah,
that. We
Josh,
finna
you
stop
just-
you right
No,
now.
Ellen got fired. That's Kelly Clarkson's show now.
Yeah, she got to finish the season though. Yeah. I like Ellen though. She was out of line for that shit though.
She been out of line for a lot of shit. But,
So speaking of gifts and people doing smart gifts for kids, Rick Ross, his son turned 16 years old. He's a good football player too. He got an offer from Miami, University of Miami too, playing football.
yeah. They questionable.
Anyway,
Hey, my uncle Wayne Dog said your parents all in the booster club. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
but for his
Rick Ross
16th
son.
birthday, instead of buying him gold chains and stuff like that, he gave his son a Wingstop.
Yeah.
Y'all know Rick Ross, he's thigh stop, Wingstop, he Mr. Wingstop, lemon pepper wings.
Flat.
Well, you know, Rick Ross go to Wingstop and get 40 flats. You know what I'm saying? But he got like 50 Wingstops. He gifted his son with a Wingstop. I think that's dope.
That's
You know.
an amazing gift. Like, cause it's an investment.
Exactly.
That's how you create generational
I ain't never
wealth.
crossed had kids.
Huh?
I never crossed.
You remember we were beefing
Him
with
and
50? Was beefing and
Him and
50
his baby mama.
and 50 took Rick Ross' baby mama
That's right.
shopping and shit.
Did a porn video with her, some shit like that.
Did
didn't
Well, no, he didn't do a porn video with her.
he? No,
She had a porn video and 50 put it out.
for sure.
But 50 lost a lawsuit by doing that shit too. Ross came
It
up.
was
by
worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah,
It
50's the most pettiest motherfucker in the world.
It
So
was worth it, dude.
yeah, shout out to Rose doing that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was dope.
Like he said, if you ain't with this, I don't ask me.
So imagine your boss coming in there and like just checking the shit out you.
He's
You
16.
37 and he's 16. He's like, shit. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna feel about that though?
Y'all gotta clean this shit up,
Man, break time over, man.
That's fucked up.
I'm going to resign today.
Your boss
One of
16.
these.
He talking to you
SpongeBob.
crazy.
SpongeBob.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm going to head out.
Shout out to Rose, man. Happy birthday to Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Sometimes she like to be called that. She be having entanglements and she be doing her own thing. So
Oh,
just saying.
that little finagle, that was old.
Will was heard about that too.
It ain't been a minute since the rapper got killed. Spot him, got him, get shots 5 times.
What did you just say?
It ain't been a minute since rapper got killed. Rappers for a minute. Rappers getting killed every week.
He said it like he was disappointed though. Like, man, ain't nothing happening.
Looking forward to it.
Excuse me. I wasn't.
About time.
Nah.
One drop.
Spot him, got him. A name, Spot him, got him. He the dude that had the Junebug challenge. Remember the people doing the little dance?
I ain't gonna say what I was finna say.
That's what that was. I never knew.
That was his song.
He got the little
and
beatbox song.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
He got shot 5 times in Miami.
Drop up.
So he might be the new Tupac if you think about it. Because he survived the shots. Tupac got shot 5 times. R.I.P. Pac.
So,
Came out harder.
He ain't dead?
He ain't dead.
I thought he was dead.
Bro, he was in
They made a
critical
report
condition.
saying he was
Somebody
dead.
made a
Okay,
report
okay.
that
I thought he was dead. That's
So
what
he's not dead.
I seen the fake news.
So prayers to his family, man. Hope he have a speedy recovery.
maybe
Is-
next 50 Cent. That's
Y'all mess with him? Your generation?
No,
He got more
Only
than-
song I have ever heard is
That-
The beatbox.
never heard the mixtape, never heard no other song.
Let's stay on music,
No
man.
disrespect though, but
Stay on music, man. Round of applause. Gunshots.
how you gonna
Which
follow
one?
that?
Round of
Not for him.
applause
Not
or
for him.
gunshot?
My fault. Air horns. Air horns.
He all over the place.
My bad.
Every time we pull
Your
up that
favorite
nigga,
rapper? He put up some GOAT shit. Drake. First week of his album, Billboard chart.
90%.
He was 9 out of the top 10 hits was all Drake. It's never been done. Never been.
You look so unimpressed.
He the first person to
the
have
song was good.
9 top 10 songs off one album since Michael Jackson with Thriller. I'm gonna be on some
Songs
KD.
wasn't that good.
I'm gonna be on some KD shit. All right, they need to do something with this streaming shit. That shit is stupid. It makes no sense. Because back in the day, like when they comparing it like to Michael Jackson, right? When he had 9 number 1 songs off one album.
Did you have to go to the store to buy?
Yeah, like it's not the same thing. I hate the Way Too Sexy song. I listened to it because I listened to his album though. So like that stream went towards that being a number 1 song.
For the record,
If
that
I
song
like a
is
Michael
pretty-
Jackson song back in the day, I had to go purchase it and listen to it. Like I had to really like it for it to be a top 10 single.
And to get past
You don't even like these songs that be number one songs or something. I mean, obviously, don't get it twisted. People love Drake, and he is that guy. But the way that it's configured, and you compare people to like people back in the day, like Drake just did this. Let that be a Drake this era stat. Don't say Drake.
Correct it yet.
Don't say Drake is like this make him some GOAT shit because there's people like on this wall that if they was in their prime when streaming was out, like if DMX album came out when streaming was out, he probably would have had the same thing because these people selling millions records in a week and stuff like that. And it's just music so accessible. They got to figure out how to do the number. Shout out to Drake though.
Shot in his ass.
Still ain't feeling Certified Lover Boy?
No, I'm done spending that.
I ain't listened to it since the day it came out.
I think it's cool. Like I ain't a huge fan of it.
I was like what I said when it first came out, and I said it was just a mid pack.
I agree with that. I haven't listened to it since that week it came out. And that Way Too Sexy song is kind of weird to me.
It's
just
me.
You ever heard the original song?
blowing,
I'm too sexy for the. You ever heard that before?
No, man. You know I ain't heard that shit.
I'm just saying.
It's a mid pack though, ain't it, Sam? Or is it? Still,
No, I like it. I
is
like
still
it.
fire.
It's fire.
You listened to it this week?
Mid pack.
Yeah, I heard a couple songs in the shuffle.
I played it on my ear.
Oh, man.
It's gas on producers. 93.
But this is the thing. Like I said last week. Y'all like Certified Lover Boy?
Definitely
It's
unleaded.
not my favorite.
Unleaded.
So this is the thing about it.
Overrated, huh?
This is why my shit skewed because I don't really expect much from Drake.
Fuck you.
I don't have him on my Kendrick, like even Cole. Like I don't compare him to make some shit that I know what he's about to do.
Is he too pop?
He's a pop star. Like he's not gonna go outside the box. He's gonna make good music.
He
Like
getting his bag.
yeah, like he's not gonna do nothing crazy because he's too much of a big star. Like he's gonna make these songs where it's that he know people gonna like. He's not gonna make a bad album. And that's how.
And he'll never make an album like Take Care and all of that ever again.
Yeah, because he got too many fans. Like he's too big of an artist to experiment. He might do it later though. Like you look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z made 444 when he was 47 years old though. Like he got that. He wasn't worried about hits and shit like that. It took him till he was 47 years old, a billionaire, to do shit like that.
I don't even want to hear Drake that long.
You gonna hear him that long.
Or
You about to say some crazy shit.
I was finna say some bullshit.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say
Say it.
I ain't gonna say that shit.
No,
Right.
say it.
Or he might be one of them rappers that end up getting shot.
See, that's why I said I knew where he was going with that. Like, but new music. Before we
Drake
get.
though?
Save us both.
Stay tuned. We about to have an interview with
hear that
Basecamp,
shit.
Alton, Shoe Store. You see these wonderful sneakers up here right now. We about to get into this interview. Right before we do that, new music for this week for the listeners, man. Shout out to Mozzie, Untreated Trauma,
I seen my
new album.
Breakfast Club.
Shout out, and that's funny. He Untreated Trauma. As soon as I seen that name title, I knew Charlamagne was gonna jump all on that. That's all he talking about, mental health. He was right on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne got that new TV show on Comedy Central, late night talk show too. He
Charlamagne was looking real interested in that Lil Nas X interview, but yeah.
He might be a little gay. Lil Nas X, but bring up Lil Nas
He was
X.
like sitting there.
Lil Nas X brought up.
He I will say he do that for every interview.
Just that one though, I was just like.
He definitely be defending the homosexual
Yeah, like-
population, like the
I think.
like he be defending the shit out there.
It's probably because he wear makeup.
We'll have a discussion about Lil Nas X next week. I don't think Lil Nas X really gay.
I don't know.
But
That's crazy.
that's
If he
gonna-
ain't gay, that's crazy.
I think we're gonna have another discussion. That's a deep dive discussion we're gonna have, but we'll have it next week. I don't think dude really gay. He gay now because like doing all that wild
So
shit.
what Mikhail said it was true. The Illuminati got to him.
I ain't gonna go that far, man. Shout out to Dog Food.
It
Shout
might
out to
not
Dog
be called
Food.
Illuminati, but it might
You
be
gotta get in
something.
the spotlight somehow.
Shout out to Dog Food.
'Cause he dare.
But Lil Nas X came out
Yes.
with he came out with his album, his first debut album,
Montero.
Montero.
Oh, that's what y'all was talking about. Okay.
We wasn't really talking about it though.
No, y'all definitely was.
We
I had
mentioned
no clue
it.
who it was.
We do a podcast. We kind of got to talk about everything.
Shout out to Twister. He dropped the album. Shoot It Ready. It was weak.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Twister.
You listen
Legend.
I definitely listened. I seen Twister and I gave him a spin. But Twister is he's getting into. I don't know how to explain. He's in the guns now. So that's what the album was about. The album was about guns. Like he's really, I think he's like qualified.
He an instructor. He do like the conceal and carry.
Yeah, he do courses and stuff like that. So the whole album is about guns.
Is he talking fast in the class?
I know, that's why I was about to say, I wouldn't want to take a conceal and carry class. He get to
Like,
talking to
wait
you,
a
I can
minute,
understand.
Come against that.
He might get you through that bitch in about 4 hours, though.
He got
It's a 16-hour class. He might get you 4 hours through that
He
shit.
he got one song on the album where he talk about Glocks. And he rap every Glock that there is.
Yeah, it's weak.
Weak as fuck.
He should have saved that for.
Hey, man, we trying to get Twister on the show, man. We trying to get Twister on the show, man.
No, me too.
I hate when people do weak shit though, man. I want you to be able to.
Like, who came up with that?
Whose
Whose idea was
Weak
it?
as fuck.
He should have left that for the class. Though.
Glock 19, Glock 17, Glock. He was like
That's
that.
how it go. I swear to God. I swear to God, that's how it goes.
The remix gonna be like no Glocking.
Yeah, like
No Glocking.
All right, man. And Currency dropped another album. That dude never started working. Currency
I spit him.
dropped the album with Keno Beats.
AZ. AZ's.
AZ, we talked about that last week, but shout out to AZ, Do or Die, Part 2.
Do or Die Part 2. Yeah.
Do or Die.
Is it dope?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Definitely a good album.
I'm down on it right.
Baby Keem, too. Baby Keem is Kendrick Lamar's artist. I think it's
That's his cousin.
He dropped a dope album, too. Baby Keem, I like Baby Keem. You know, he's Kendrick's first artist on his album, on his label. So, you know, Kendrick Lamar was on TDE for all them years. He started his own label.
How would you gotta be for people to quit calling you shit like that? Like
What, baby?
Little this or baby that?
Birdman still called Baby. That's your name. That's your name.
Big.
Baby. But,
Little Sam.
Energy. Listen. Yeah.
we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get to the interview,
How long you
man.
gonna be
Base
doing
camp.
Forever.
He's short. I feel like when you're short, you can keep the
I
little.
don't think
I
he's
don't think it got
short.
nothing to do with height though.
I think Lil Dude's average height.
I don't know. Niggas be. It's hard for me to judge niggas.
Yeah, because you 6'13".
Yeah.
Nigga 6'13".
Yeah, like now you want to come.
Yeah.
Man, watch out.
Everybody's short to you. Well,
All right, man. We about to get into this
We
base
average
camp
height in this
interview, man.
motherfucker,
Brief intermission, man. Cut. Okay, we back. We back. As you can see, we are a little crowded now around this table. But
Crowded with heat.
exactly.
It's a little hot, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I told you I've been in rehab, dude. But, like, this shit ain't really good for me. I dive on this shit.
But yeah, man, we got some guests. As you can see, every week we've been trying to show love to people, man. People that's building. They be alright, man. I speak loud enough. You know what I'm saying? My voice
Can I share
kick.
your mic with
My
you?
voice kick. Pause. You can use the microphone.
Pause.
You just don't like the mic.
Everything.
He hogging the mic. I'm just saying, can we both
That's what
share
I'm
this
talking about.
mic?
Everything got to be. I don't know where y'all heads be at.
That's my only point. I ain't never said pause with nothing I said. Like Jada could say, real talk, no promo.
I don't give a fuck what Jadakiss had to say.
I forgot you. You
You know what I'm
Dip
saying?
said
Fuck
pause.
Jadakiss.
You see how Dip got done?
We here right now with Basecamp.alton. These are two guys that shout out to Steven. Right now he be holding me down. Jorge.
What's your name, Jorge?
Yeah, that's my name, Jorge.
You know what I'm
How
saying?
you spell it?
We spell it, so it's a nickname I grew up with. We spell it kind of like WHORHEY.
Like Jorge.
Yeah.
Is that cultural appropriation?
I don't think it is, but
But it is
it's spelled different. Yeah.
Okay, but
Jorge.
they here right now, Basecamp.alton, man. Round of applause for them. You know, shout out to them for joining us. So Basecamp.alton is a sneaker store, but it's not just a regular sneaker store, not your Champs or Finish Line. I'm gonna let them explain exactly what they do. But Basecamp in Alton, Illinois, what is your store about?
Yeah, I mean, basically we just resell sneakers, exclusive. We also offer consignment, so we get other resellers who, want to do it maybe a passive income.
So we know about consignment a little bit.
Right, yeah.
A different way, but
like for us, our biggest seller is like a lot of people got a lot of shoes like you. Maybe you want to get rid of 3, 4. It's going to be hard getting rid of them when they're sitting right there. Only so many people are going to come in and see it. So you bring it to our store, get extra exposure and shit.
You just get a cut.
And we just take 10%.
So they like fronting y'all to work.
Yeah, that's the way we look at it. Yeah. That's the way we looked at it for a long time. It's just,
everybody eats.
I mean, really, the consignor eats more than us. Like we just, it's kind of like free inventory. So like, especially when we started out, it was like, how can we get the most good shoes in here, not have to spend a fat, bag, get some other consigners in here, take 10%. You guys, whoever consigns prices at whatever they want. We try to help them out, of course.
So I only take 10%?
Yeah, just 10%. It's super modest. Like, a lot of people take 20.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people do it online.
Plus, it's inclusive. You can come in and see your own stuff in there. You bring in what you want. I think that's a really cool thing. A lot of people have shoes they want to sell, and they don't want to go through the work of just having to sell them. You can just bring them down to us. Like you said, front us the work. Once we have the work, you see it in store. It may last a day. It may last 2 weeks. But once it sells, we give you your bread.
Yeah, we do cash, we do checks, we do PayPal, so we make it super simple.
Anybody ever brought some bullshit in and y'all was like, fam, we can't sell this?
Oh, I mean, daily. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was in there one time when I grabbed my dunks.
Yeah, I mean.
Somebody came in with something and Steven was looking at it.
So who do the authenticating?
Well, we both do. We got our black light, and and like you guys said, like even that jeweler who sold that watch, he might not have known. So it was how good shit's getting. We got to be extra careful. I mean, I remember at the beginning, I passed down some mochas that had a receipt, but for some reason, I was like, if something had just came in fake, I passed them up, But like looking back, and I was like, that was real. Yeah. Like there was no reason that wasn't real, but we got to like, being a physical store, we got to have like a reason for y'all to fuck with us. It can't, so we have to be like legit all day long. So. I mean, that's really one of the toughest jobs as a reseller.
Authentication.
Especially now, especially when you buy stuff like these. Yeah. So you got to ask for emails. You got to go. We take it to the next level.
So me and Joe Jack went to SneakerCon like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 years ago. And what was that store we went to in Chicago?
Second round.
Sean
Witherspoon.
Round two.
Round two. So we in there and
absolutely.
they people. It's a consignment store too. So people bringing in shoes, and even at SneakerCon, they left SneakerCon, just bought some shoes. They come in there just to get their shoes authenticated.
Right. Oh yeah.
They had some Yeezys. Nothing was different on the Yeezys
except for the insole.
They pulled the insole out. I'm like, these fake. But that's the only thing they could tell. Like the insole was too thin or something like that.
It comes down to little things.
So that's a question I was getting ready to ask y'all. Like, how did y'all get into? Like, who did y'all go to? What's the word? Authenticate.
I mean, anymore you go to Google and YouTube.
And a lot of it comes from experience too. So for experience for us, like I know I've been collecting shoes since 2014, pretty heavy, and he's been doing the same thing with clothes since I'd say 2014, 2015.
Right.
When you touch the same shoe over and over again, when a bougie one gets into your hand, you can instantly feel like you can pick up a shoe and feel like the build quality's not there, or like it's weight. Not as firm as it should be. The weight,
Let
the
me
box.
ask you, what do you think the biggest thing is if you're looking at a shoe and you're trying to authenticate it? What do you think? Like if I know what I look for every single time. What would you think you'd look for if you were trying to authenticate a shoe? Like what would you look
for?
Yeah.
The sign.
The sign. Yeah, that's a good one too. But It's the smell.
I was about to say
like real leather.
There's
the
fake
leather
glue.
smell.
Well, it's glue really at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so like it's funny because like I catch myself walking into finish lines and shit, and I'll be like, look, I'll pick it up. I'll just start smelling it.
That's kind of like shooting around in the gym.
Yeah. so it is. I mean, even though those are really really good ways to find out, but is there like a certain way that you can like really just tell? Like can you guys like have you guys been beat? Like can y'all be wrong?
I'm sure. 100%. I mean nothing. Like I said, we're super careful. Like if we have any doubts at all, we just pass on. Like we're not gonna take an L. We've never in the history of Basecamp has anybody ever said we've had a fade. We've never had a return, nothing like that. But
if y'all got any
biggest
reason
thing
to doubt,
is a
y'all
black
turn
one.
right.
Oh, 100%. Just like I probably turned down real shoes that I thought were fake. Shit.
And there's multiple people doing it. Sometimes, like, I'll buy a shoe or he'll buy a shoe, and then another one of us will come in and be like, these are bougie.
So
they never even make it to the
got to
floor.
pass 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But
There's
like
multiple people.
So there's really no 100% sure way to figure it out.
Oh, there is. I mean, really, what we do more so now than anything is like you gotta ask for proof of purchase.
Okay.
So like you got if you don't
Receipt,
have proof,
receipt,
if somebody comes in, it's like I traded these for 3 pairs of shoes and I got these. It's like. Yeah, I probably would have traded too if I had a fake. Like people who have fakes would like to trade it because there's no real transaction, there's no real history there. So like
that's almost like a counterfeit bill. Like
exactly.
I go buy some gas and then that shit just in translation.
So I heard you say you mentioned the black light. What
that's
you
the
put
biggest
the black
thing,
light
man.
on?
So like you black light these things. Really, like at the end of the day, they pretty much have to put like a sticker on there. If not, they're they might be getting copyrighted and stuff like that, like trademark type shit. So they put little like Chinese stickers here and there, but they're
it's like a watermark.
A watermark,
right.
Exactly. So there's a watermark here and there on the box.
Or stitching marks because they have to make it in a factory, and because they're making fakes,
They
what
gotta
they'll
do something wrong.
Yeah, they'll have a template
wrong.
on there, and you can see the template with the black light.
Ah, okay.
And that's kind of, for me, I bet that's the way they kind of hold it up in court. Like, it's the same, but there's a little something, like, see, we tagged this. Like, we weren't really saying this, it's not a replica.
If I ever want to bring my M&M tools, I got the email with the confirmed purchase still in my email. So
that's an old email.
Yeah, I still got it, though.
Nobody wants those shoes, though.
Yeah, I sold a pair of shoes the other day for a Jordan clock wall.
Oh,
he wasn't putting them on foot, but he got it for his little Jordan clock wall.
Yeah. So
with the Jordan clock wall, you put yours up there. I'm done fucking with you.
You didn't even let me talk.
Finish.
No.
Why not? Give me a good excuse.
I've been busy. I just
Don't
told them I've been
Last year,
upstate fucking sneaker rehab, dude.
I was proud of that gift.
And I appreciate it. I'm gonna put it up.
That was a good gift.
It was nice. It was dope. It was so it was a small Jordan clock, kind of like the size of a regular clock. It had like miniature Jordans, the magnetic. You know the 1 through 12 and stuff. It was pretty dope, and I appreciate it. But I'm gonna put it up.
Put the fucking clock up. Simple as that. Or I'll come get it back.
So, people watching this, we got all type of fans, all type of listeners. Shout out to the Dotted family. They look at things.
It's called the Freshies.
That's your little.
Nah, you're right.
That sound like some vegan shit. I ain't gonna lie. That sound like some asparagus.
So they got this right here. Like this is a Travis Scott fragment, collab.
Yep.
How much is this shoe going for right? How much does this shoe cost when it first retail, and how much does it cost now if I wanted to buy this shoe?
Retail $159 and like 82 cents. Right now anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500. Like if you were to go check that out on StockX, everybody wants to compare to StockX now, which is actually beneficial for us. We just go we cut it under, so it's like you want to complain, go complain to StockX. They're the main ones, but. Yeah, checkout right now would probably be $1,650. Yeah, $1,650 probably.
So just to the person that's watching this show that don't really know a lot about sneakers, why is this shoe worth so much? Why does this shoe cost $1,600?
At the end of the day, it's just hype. It's what it really right now. Sneakers are a reseller's market. Right?
It's like a stock market.
It's so like I'm not gonna sell that to your average consumer. I'm gonna sell that to another reseller who's gonna project that to go to 2K, project that to go to 2.5, blah blah blah.
I'm gonna buy it as an investment.
And that's why I bought it as an investment. But to be honest, I bought that. There's a lot of investment pieces you could go for. I truly fuck with that one. The blue is different. The beige, the cream, the vintage look. That's what they're going for now. That's the type of shit that's staying in style. The white toe box, just stuff like that. There's little things you want to go for. And then obviously it's Travis Scott. Like you could argue that since like Kanye and Wayne and those guys with Bape and shit, like Travis and like Virgil are the most influential artists in the streetwear culture. Mm-hmm. So that shoe, and it's different. He's been doing all this beige. Yeah, he's been doing all his brown and mocha colorways. He went with the blue.
The pink lace swap is
pink lace.
Those got pink laces too.
Just different.
And those laces are awesome. They're waxed. So they're really nice.
And they also make a lot less pairs of those. Like those yellow floors that just came out. You were asking me about. They probably made 1 million to 1.5 million pairs of those. You know, every store is going to get. We'll talk about that.
That was a deal. You just shook on it.
Every
Trying to get you on camera.
Yeah, he got me on that one. Every store got a pair of those yellow shoes, right? Not every store got those Travis
So
Scotts.
basically, it's just about, like you said, it's the collab makes it exclusive, and then the amount of shoes that they make.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got the grass cutter bottom.
And not to mention, they make those shoes a lot better than a regular Jordan 1 Low.
Yeah, they gonna put
the
quality.
Yeah, the quality
Like the
is way more
shatter the
there.
backboard.
And the new Starfishes, you know, like, and then compared to like some of just the GR releases. Same with ones, you know, they do that with ones.
So like, hey, why don't y'all get a room?
Huh?
Why don't y'all get a room, man? Y'all talking all that sneaker shit. Why don't y'all get a room?
It's going over KD head.
Having a conversation.
So look, I'm glad KD said that, right?
Just get a
like
room.
us three right here. I'm 32. They a couple years older than me. You know what I'm saying? We 30. So we actually was kids
Get a room.
wanting to get some Jordans. Like we watched Michael Jordan play. Like it was cool to have Jordans in elementary school, middle school. We actually seen Mike play. So like,
Shot.
and it was just the sneaker culture was different. Like we grew up where like when we was in high school, we might have knew somebody at the store. Or it wasn't that hard to get shoes. If you had the bread, you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get the shoe. Right. You just gotta get up in the morning and go get it or something like that.
That general release might sit there until the end of the day. Eventually they sold out, but they might sell the last pair at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta fuck with you. I fuck with the basecamp. I come down there and buy shoes.
Absolutely.
I hate this shit.
That's why we don't got size 13. Just so y'all know. So come at me for the 13s we don't before, but
Hey, I'm gonna put this out there. PSA, we gotta make a clip out of this. Anybody going to base camp getting that 13, 14, if some heat, just forget about it. Supreme Pie guy coming to pick that up. Don't even worry about that. But I hate the reselling thing. It's so hard to get shoes now. Like I love the dunks. I love all this shit.
It can also add to the hype.
Yeah, I asked these dudes when the sneaker app, I kind of stopped doing. We just always lose. I'd be like, they didn't want the dunks. I'm like, hey, y'all try to get a 13 in these dunks for me. You know, I hit them up, hit my brother. I hit like 6 people up,
and it ain't working.
This is like 2 years ago. Shit don't work though. But do y'all think that will ever change? Some shit hyped up like foam posits ain't popping right now.
No.
They're predicting a comeback.
But they saying they're gonna come back because everything come back around.
I still rock them.
Yeah.
So like, what y'all think gonna change in the sneaker game? Is the access gonna get better or anything? Like, what's gonna happen?
No, if anything, it'll get worse. You know, like I mean, it's just they're trying to create this exclusive this exclusive thing. I mean, it's gonna get to the point where it's like, what shoes are you wearing? How many did they? Like it's all about what shoe you're wearing now. It's not necessarily about always colorway. Obviously that helps too, but it's about what shoe you're wearing. How hard was it to get? How much money did you spend on it? That's how it goes, and I think it's gonna keep going for a long time, really.
What's the sneaker of the year so far?
I mean, for us, it's probably the Currys.
Yeah, the Dunk Low's doing really well. I think that's a very popular shoe. And then also those Jordan Amai Manier 3s. I don't know if you guys have seen those. They're a women release. They're beige. They kind of have a little bit of light purple on there.
I've been looking at them.
Those are.
I've been scared.
You talk about going to them. You said wear these to like a wedding. You wear those Amas to a wedding.
I think I'm about to buy them.
Yeah, those are, and they're only like that's the thing.
They ain't going super crazy.
No, they're going for probably like 3, 4, maybe 4 now.
They'll be $1,000 though a year from now for sure. Absolutely.
See, I wear my sneakers though, so I don't even really think about that much. So if I buy a shoe, I'm gonna wear it. Like
and then it's not gonna help the value, obviously.
Exactly. So I kind of don't even think about
the resale.
Like for instance, I used to work at Finish Line.
Yeah.
So I could get any shoe.
Discount.
I remember I knew I loved shoes because the Cool Gray 11s came out.
Coming out again.
Yeah, but I remember buying them Cool Gray 11s when they came out, and somebody called the store and was like, "Y'all got 13 of them Cool Gray 11s?" And I was like, "Yeah, 500. You can have it." But dude came and bought them Cool Gray 11s from me, and later on that day, I was sad as shit. Like, man, I shouldn't have sold them. I wanted the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
At that time, I think they probably retail for like $175.
So like
about $220.
So I came up and everything,
Jordan,
but I knew I love sneakers because I'm like, I didn't want to sell them, like, because
it wasn't worth it.
Like I just came down there the other day and I think did I buy something or I was bringing some. I don't know. I think I bought some shoes for me, but I was gonna bring some stuff down there to sell. Mm-hmm. I ain't had a heart to do it.
Man, when we had the basketball game, I hooped in my dead stock Define the Moments package.
The 11th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Without the grip.
Dead wrong.
Huh? Yeah, you probably should have did. Them shoes like 20 years old. That's probably why you slipped like that.
No. Did I mention that?
Damn.
They was dead stock though. I didn't care about the shoe. I just never put my foot in and nothing like that.
So are y'all?
It was not dead stock.
I was letting him get his shit off.
Rocking them.
I was gonna let.
First of all, we did a link series. I synced this motherfucker in.
I was gonna say maybe they was yellowing from the age or whatever.
No. I
wasn't gonna put him out there.
Anyway, are y'all personal collectors? Like, or do
he is a lot more than me.
Yeah, absolutely. I got thousands in shoes, probably 20 to 50 in shoes. I would say I love shoes. I've been in shoes.
Your personal collection, like
never see the store.
Yeah, the stuff that won't ever see a store. I mean, I got those dead stock just sitting in my collection. I got most of my stuff. I have 2 pairs of it too. If I wear it, I have 2 pairs.
He's a true collector.
How many shoes you got?
I couldn't even tell you, man. I probably have easily over 50 pairs.
Yeah, you pulled out 30 last night at one house.
Yeah.
So, but you're not really
all dead stock though.
Yeah,
like,
all my stuff's dead
what's
stock.
different about
I'm a true
him.
collector. Yeah.
He don't wear his shit. Like he just sits there and like he wears it if he's got 2 pairs.
But you're more of a businessman.
Yeah, I mean I got probably 8, 9, 10 pair of good shoes, but other than that,
anything can go is what I'm saying.
I don't try and get too attached to shit. Like I started off with clothes. I never started off selling shoes.
Okay.
I resell.
Which a lot of people don't understand that it's exclusive
clothes,
apparel
like
too.
Supreme and shit, right?
Yeah,
Supreme off the drop.
Got the
on
Stussy cap on, like Sean Stussy.
Stussy's trying to come back.
Yeah. So.
But those are real grassroots places, and they do some. I love vintage shit, stuff like that. That's stuff that holds value to me.
You got the Kith. You like Kith?
Yeah, Kiss good. They do some good collabs, but they're just kind of newer. Like I started off with Bape,
the
Ice
OGs
Cream,
and stuff like
BBC,
that.
Billionaire Boys Club, all that shit, and then like Supreme was the main one.
But like stuff going on right now, I got a box of Fear God in there right now.
Yeah,
I like Fear God clothing line, but I think there's a couple items in there that I might not like. I'm gonna take them right to basecamp and get them shits off because people want.
Well, you're not gonna lose any money. That's
exactly.
That's what's also.
But that's what happened. It's everything's so trendy. I happen to be up at like 8 a.m. and I seen like Jerry Lorenzo like post like now on this site.
Yeah.
Right. And I just went on there and just bought some shit.
And beat the bots.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just happened to get it. It's still at my size.
Man, look, I bought some. So I bought this Travis Scott action figure, and then the Nerf gun. Oh yeah, before that shit took like 3 years to get here. I didn't go read the fine print. I'm looking at the mail waiting on this shit to come.
Travis is known for that.
It took like,
but that adds to the hype, that might be marketing at the end of the day.
Because right now Kanye West got the Donda merch by Balenciaga. Mm-hmm. Kanye West, and like you could click on it, they got any size for you and everything. Yeah. They said to be
2025
in 25 weeks.
That's what Travis is doing right now.
Yep.
A T-shirt with a hole in it.
No, it's like that. It's just like that DMX.
They might be doing drop shipping though.
It's like his mom on it.
They might just be like, oh, we don't need to make a whole bunch. Right. We're just ship out whatever ones get ordered, and that's just smart, Yeah. No, I mean the corporate. We've been talking about this a lot lately. We think the corporate, entities are getting really invested into not just sneakers, but just collectible type things. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to get they don't like too many people doing shit without them getting their cut.
And that's what I was about.
They sell for $200, but some people are getting a stack.
That's my next question.
They don't like that.
So we had DNA. We did shout out to DNA store in St. Louis on Washington Avenue. Shout out my nigga Mac. We had them on the show, and we asked them a question about. So why y'all don't have like the new Jordan drops or the new thing? They explained to us the business behind it, how you got to get the contracts with these stores and stuff like that.
You were like,
you talk about to be like an actual
tier 1, tier 2, 0 tier.
Do y'all think that's gonna come in a minute? Because like you just said, they want to get their money. So Nike might have a problem with y'all reselling their shit. Or
I think Nike's gonna start reselling their own shit.
Yeah.
Well, the lady that was over the sneaker app, her son got jammed up.
She stepped down because of that.
Yeah.
She was in a pretty high role too.
Yeah. They take this shit. They take it serious because, but there's a lot of people making livings off this stuff.
So a good question. Everybody probably want to know, huh?
Why you keep raising your hand?
I'm not talking to you.
But why you keep raising your hand?
Good
No,
question.
He didn't go to school.
You can
So we ain't
speak.
talking over people.
Huh?
You can speak.
So I ain't talking over people. Thanks, Juice.
You can speak.
Cause last episode was trash. I'm gonna say it. Last episode was trash.
We're gonna edit that out.
No, we not. Last episode was trash. Anyway,
Timestamp.
how are y'all getting the shoes? Like that's a question everybody probably.
That's the
wants
hardest
to know.
thing, man.
Bye.
That's the hardest thing. Don't own a bot. I got a few buddies that do. I can give them my credit card every once in a while.
Relationship.
Deuces. You see,
Just building relationships.
we get that
I like
bot.
answer.
We
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah, you got Basecamp as a platform to.
take them straight there. They getting off.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
go.
bots are expensive
150, 1500.
Yeah.
Do the math.
What type of percentage of
You
increase?
saw the dude that cooked on
that?
those, right?
Huh?
You saw the dude that cooked
Yeah, I
on
said.
those?
That's what got his attention.
his eyes open.
Well, that dude, he literally just made like, I don't know
Oh,
the exact
thousands.
numbers.
It was
but
like 30K. I
Yeah,
did
30,
that.
30,
It was like 30K. in one
Yeah.
day.
I like the high top ones. I really don't care.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a huge fan of the
You
low
like the high
top.
tops better?
Yeah.
For sure.
They're going crazy. They're like
Yeah.
$4,000 right now for the high tops.
Because they only released them on one time.
How much are the brown Travis Scott's going for right now? The first.
They're like
I
16.
I feel like they made a lot more than them.
I think about 16, 17 or
They
something.
might release these
17
again.
to 2,000.
They-
Oh, they might release these again?
Well, maybe not those, but they might come out with the highs because they've only dropped the highs on Travis Scott website. And they dropped those on sneakers and shit. And then they were giving out. So all these came from exclusive access. So this is what's even
It was like
crazier.
50 pair, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did 50
Yeah.
lots. But you just get exclusive access. You don't enter no raffle. You wake up one morning. It's either they do it either 9 o'clock or at 11 o'clock. You get an email that says you've been, or an email push
selected.
notification. You've been selected for
I always
for
get
exclusive
access.
access.
It was only 50 of these.
No, they
50
it's 50
different colorways.
different
Some
models.
bronze or some shit.
Yeah, so all
It's
the
11
all the
to
things
50.
on the top are different. All the tongues are different.
I
And
like
some
that
are
one.
suede, some are leather.
I like one with black.
But that's what do you guys think about the lot dunks, the 50? Like you think?
I like though. I'm not a fan of the that string thing over the top of
Right.
it, but I definitely like the whole off-white concept is dope.
Yeah,
But
Virgil's
they-
doing the same.
Yeah, he thinking outside the box on
Right.
that.
I don't like nothing about this shoe.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's definitely
about
like
You're on one side of the fence. It's a
Yeah.
polarizing shoe, that's for sure. Some people think it's too busy, there's too much going on,
Yep.
and there's other people that love it. So that's kind of how it is.
Take some of this shit off.
Oh, shit. Man, y'all been on here. We've been talking for 30 minutes. Y'all don't get a pass?
Top 5.
Y'all top 5 music artists of all time. And y'all got 2 top 5s, though. I want to get y'all top 5 sneakers of all time. Y'all top 5 favorite sneakers. But this is the Reasons Out podcast, so y'all got to give y'all top 5 music
absolutely
artists.
no, we can't sneak by that.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah,
no,
I'll go first.
no exclusive order. No matter what genre or nothing like that.
Yeah,
Whatever
definitely-
you listen to.
Definitely not in order, and I listen to a bunch of rap. I grew up off rap. I'd probably say Eminem, Wiz Khalifa. I love Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and then my sneak peek in there would be 2 Chainz. Kind of a follow-up. 2 Chainz, I think people
like
sleep
your
on
top
2
five.
Chainz. He's a lyricist, man. He kills it.
He's smart.
Wow.
2 Chainz, way smarter than he plays off.
Deuces don't like Jay-Z, so he might not shoot you.
Don't let Deuces sway you. Don't worry about what he like.
I mean, shit, yeah. I'm going Wiz Khalifa because me and him kind of grew up on.
Kind of
fucking rolling
influential. That was
papers
y'all. That was
Yeah,
y'all
that
era.
was our
Yeah.
shit. We were
Shout out
rolling
to
around in the
Wiz.
whip. when
Black
we
and
were
yellow.
younger,
That
yeah.
type of shit.
And then I go like Andre 3K
Damn.
because everybody jocks Andre 3K. He's like the OG. And then I was gonna put 2 Chainz in there. Now I gotta put Mac Miller in there. Max
RP
legit.
Mac
And then
Miller.
shit, man. Like I listen to a lot of Oasis, man.
What's that? Who's that?
They're
band.
old English. Neil and Liam Gallagher.
Mm-hmm.
It's an English band.
You put
Yeah,
me on
yeah.
there.
Champagne Supernova, all that. It's just like early 2000s type,
I'ma
you know.
check that
Something
out.
I'm getting back on.
That's what I said. It don't matter what genre is what
Yeah.
you listen to.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been listening to lately. I mean,
I
really,
love.
I listen to old shit anymore. I don't listen to no.
We got
new
one
shit,
more.
To be honest,
You got one more.
I got one more. Guess I put 2 Chainz with. You know what? I'll probably go with. Currency, man. I listen because of Wiz. Like
Even
you know,
T
like
God.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't hip on Currency until
Yeah.
like, and not it's not like Wiz put him on, but Wiz put him on my generation. And
Wiz, like to us, Currency put Wiz on, and then to
Right,
y'all,
right.
yeah, cause
That's
they,
cool, yeah.
that's what's up. Shout out to y'all top 5. Now, y'all sneakers.
You go
Top
first
5
for sneakers,
sneakers.
man.
I mean, my first sneaker is because it's the one I love is the Jordan 1 Mocha. That's me. And then shit, man, Jordan 1 Mocha. I'd go
You ain't even gotta get specific on the.
Yeah.
Just say, look, the shoe, the silhouette. Like you ain't even gotta tell us the.
No, we want the color.
Oh, my fault. You need colorway. My fault.
Okay, I mean, I'm on some New Balance. There's a New Balance Stone Island collab coming out. They've done one before, so I love New Balance. I would say once again, I'm gonna go with the Jordan 3 UNC. Actually, I really like the Jordan 3 UNC.
That's one I'm gonna have.
One that I can promise you I can't rock. I think I could hoop in it. Is a Jordan 5 Low. I don't know why. I feel like it's because they haven't done that many of them, and it's
They
maybe
did
a
like a
little
recent,
different.
more recent.
Yeah, but something about Jordan 5 Low and then the 13 lows.
13.
The 13 lows have been like, and this might be kind of biased
That
on
was
what
back
I've been
in the day.
selling.
They re-released them.
Because I'm really not a sneakerhead at the end of the day, man. I wear Birkenstocks all the time and shit like that.
At least you're honest, like, and
but
we appreciate that more than anything.
He gonna make
trying
money
to be
that way
something
though.
that
'Cause
you.
he ain't got no emotional
attachment.
like me.
Anything,
I got
you
these
know.
shoes over here. Like I ain't wore. I never even wore those red 11s in my life. Like I never even wore them. I think I put them on a couple times. And I was like, I ain't about to wear this shit. But I can't sell them though. Because I used to want them. I was like, they should have an all red 11 one day.
They finally came
out. I don't even want them no more. But I can't sell them. You know, like I got emotional attachment to shoes. He gonna make more money in the shoe game because. Fam, you got all this shit. I got these Birkenstocks on.
I think you got one more. You had the Mochas, you had the New Balance, which you never said the colorway or the.
Yeah, I was just gonna go with the Stone Island.
You said the
Oh, you
collab.
did say the collab.
Yeah.
And you said the
first one
UNC
they did
3.
in 2012. They're doing one this year. They've been doing the UNC 3. That one got me. To be honest, man, I love the What the Fours.
The What the Fours.
Yeah, just very, very, very clean. I mean, this year might have arguably been the year of the fours.
Yeah.
And really, for me, I like the ones. They're kind of iconic looking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with a
Can wear them with
white
anything
toe
too.
box.
You can wear them in any different set.
But he probably have some more specific ones for you.
So I'd say for my top 5, number 1 for me would have to be, I don't know if you've seen them, would be those off-white Desert Ore 90s. They're like a dark tan shoe. They're off-white. They're an Air Max 90. They got an orange swoosh. I like those a lot. I had the Travis Scott one, the high, the Mochas. I got those for retail for $160 the day I graduated college. Sold them for $1,800. Those are always going to have a special place in my heart. Quick bread on those ones. So that's 2. I'm a big fan of the new Amon Air 3s, the ones we were just talking about. Those are up there for me, for sure. Those are some super fire shoes. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Jordan 4 Cements.
Oh, yeah.
The Jordan 4 Cements.
Not the new shit.
Yeah. Well, I like with a Nike Air in the back. So
I'm saying that they had some cements that came out a couple months ago.
Oh, those are the Oreos. Yeah,
they ain't right there, but they in this house somewhere.
Yeah, the 4 Cements with Nike Air in the back.
Yeah,
that's a fire ass shoe.
13 or something like that? Or was it even later?
It was 16 and 99 was when it came out. Yeah. And then the Dunk Low Curries, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with those. It's like kind of an orangish brown Dunk Low. That whole brownish orange kind of mocha colorway is really in right now. So those are my top 5. All really heat shoes.
What's up?
What about you guys? What are a couple shoes you guys like?
My favorite shoe was the Jordan Retro 3.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much.
I think the 3 is very wearable.
Yeah, that's why I like
skinnier, like a 4 is a little bit thicker, whereas the 3's got a little, like when you're looking over it, you like, because that's where you look at a shoe most of the time. And it's
like
the 4's kind of pop out.
The retro, we ain't gotta give our top 5 but the Retro 3, my favorite shoe of all time. Like it pretty much any Retro 3, like any colorway they throw, I'm fucking with it.
So what do you think got you into sneakers? Was it watching Jordan wear them, or was it watching like other people wear them? Or?
Well, I grew up in Chicago area.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I
couldn't let you have it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, but look, but I grew up as a kid, just into I grew up in the Chicago area. So just like how we live in Alton, the Rams and Cardinals, people go crazy. Like I lived in Aurora, Illinois, 45 minutes from Chicago. Everybody go crazy for the Bulls. So just being a kid watching the Bulls and watching Jordan, it just was a thing. And then just growing up, it was always a thing, like with sneakers, like in our cultures. Like so, you went to school, people had school shoes. So it wasn't always about the Jordans though. Like I used to wear Iversons and everything. I played ball my whole life, so anything I was into, like any player I liked, like I fuck with their shoe too. Like Penny Hardaway, like I remember people wear Griffey's and everything.
All that shit's still iconic.
Shot, no
The
bullshit.
glove,
Gary Payton, like, you know what I'm saying?
the
I think that
glove.
the first basketball team I ever played on, I had the all red Gary Payton, the glove. You know what I'm saying? With not the swoosh it said Nike and cursive on the toe. I'm still looking for
The zip.
It was a
Yeah,
zip. Oh
the
yeah.
zip was
Them Kobe Pro Tros pretty hot.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
I know
they do well.
Pro Tros are doing
They
well.
do
Yeah, I
really
got
good
the
stuff.
undefeated Kobe's, the black and white one.
Oh, that's a nice shoe.
Yep. But
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, white people didn't used to give a fuck about shoes. I'm for
I
real,
still don't
man.
give a fuck about shoes.
And that's cool, but it's just like, you know,
It's a status thing.
it definitely is though. But you said it's a status thing anymore. It's always been a status thing for us.
Right.
So it's just like because there's a lot of things that we couldn't necessarily
For the
afford.
brothers. That's what
It's a lot of things we couldn't necessarily afford. So like when you come through with that new pair of shoes, it's a flex. They swear up and down you got money. These shoes cost $150. You know, I had to call my
Just
grandma to
retail.
get these.
Yeah.
see,
You
that
know,
was
so
big.
the light's still out at the crib. Don't get me wrong. We still doing a little bad, but I got it definitely is about status when
You know,
it
when I
comes to
was
our
a kid-
culture.
When I was a kid, I used to my mom and then we go. I had brothers and shit, so we go school shopping. And my brothers, they be like, I want to get fly. Like I want to I want to spend most of my money on these name brand clothes. I was always that kid. Like, hey, check this out. These Jordans come out on this date. That little money you was gonna spend on that shit, I'm gonna buy these 5 T-shirts, 5 for $25 at Champs. Give me a couple pair of these Levi's or a couple jeans. I'm gonna be straight.
That's what's fire.
Wait till these shoes.
You wear this shoe and you gotta wear a white T-shirt and some jeans, you know, and it's like, but you're wearing that shoe. And
Other
it
than
makes
that, you
everything
might
pop.
be doing too much.
Right.
You know, you
Exactly.
gotta
And
do
that's
The
something.
shoe already doing something.
And that's kind of one of the reasons why we started the business in Alton, because nowadays, I mean, growing up, how hard was it to be fly in school? And that was one of the most important things. I mean, if you're going to school in Alton right now, where are you going to get fly? Alton Square Mall?
No.
You going to the Alton Mall to get fly?
Everything, you probably gonna have to go at least 45 minutes away.
Right. And that's where we kind of saw an opportunity to bring something on this side of the river and help out, man.
So is the business doing good? Would you guys say?
Absolutely. You know, we're running out of profit, so that's what matters. I mean, really, like we're picking out, you know, right now what's selling, what's not. We started out with the consignment thing. We're starting to get our own inventory, which is going to help us. You know, 10% of $100,000 is $10K. You know, that's you don't want to sell $100,000.
I seen y'all sold a lot of your inventory the other day. What tell us about that?
Yeah. So Soul Cave over in St. Louis, they came by. So this is like a great example of why, you know, like we're really like, you know, it's not about us making bread. It's about us getting good shit in, making, you know, a quick 30%, maybe 40, maybe 50, maybe 100. You know, like if somebody gets that shoe for 160, you can't get mad at them if they don't sell it for 300. You know, it's like, well, why don't you just make your, 100%? Fuck no, you sell that thing for $1,000. But we're super modest on prices. So like, Soul Cave came over to us and they saw like our resale prices. They were paying resale prices what we were at, and then they're gonna go charge another because there's this new thing, you know, with all these YouTubers and all. You know, he's from Arizona. Arizona is one of the first ones who like really started popping up a lot of like physical locations. There's this new thing about like in-store pricing. So you know, like people are charging $50 more than StockX because you're in store.
You got it right here. You don't have to pay for shipping and all.
We don't mess around with none of that shit. You know, we keep it market price. We try to beat market price. That's the main thing. And so yeah, Soul Cave over in St. Louis. Shout out. Yeah. We actually sell shoes under retail.
He's standing on that.
Under retail at Basecamp.alton. But
Yeah, that's some bullshit. If I come to the store, they trying to charge me an extra 50. Was that gratuity on the shoe or something?
But like you said,
I encourage everybody else to go out and try it and then get discouraged. Yeah. You just come spend that extra 50 because it's a hassle anymore. Like you said, it's impossible to get shoes anymore. For every one of me and him, there's 7 or 8 in the 10-mile radius. So like you gotta think about how many people are grinding daily to get those shoes at retail. Because that's the dream. Get everything at retail. If we got everything at retail, we'd be rich. We don't get everything at retail. We pay resale too, just to make that $30 just to have that good shoe in store, just to be able to have that selection.
So what separates y'all from? Because like you said, there's a lot of different consignment stores around this area. What separates y'all from?
We're just
stores?
from Alton, man. We're from Alton. We're modest. We ain't in here to hit nobody over the head. we're here to maybe get a
2:30.
get a just do our thing. Really, we're out here, man. We like I said, I didn't sell shoes. He doesn't really sell shoes at the end of the day. This man's a collector. He saw a good opportunity to maybe offload
supply
a few
and
things.
demand.
And yeah, man, really at the end of the day, our biggest seller is we got better prices than everybody. We don't have the most flashy store. We got a little small space, and other people think they got this big space, they can charge them, which they do. They get away with it all day long. It's a growing market. Obviously, it's still like some people. People are like, I cannot believe you're spending $300 on a shoe.
Parents.
That's becoming
Somebody's parents.
That's becoming normal.
That sounds crazy.
That's becoming normal. If you're not spending $300, you kind of feel like you ain't really buying the right shoe.
Yeah.
So like, no, we're really, man. Our main thing was like, Alton don't got shit for retail. I'm gonna come out and say it. There ain't shit for retail. You could go to Finish Line, get lucky, which I encourage everybody to do. Go try to get that drop, but you gotta show up at 12 o'clock every morning. You gotta try to get that drop, and then at the end of the day, we're supplying something different, man.
So what do y'all see in the future? Like, what do y'all want to be? Like a huge franchise? You want multiple stores?
Yeah, I mean, really, we always talked about trying to expand to Edwardsville or something like that.
That would be a nice market. Edwardsville.
And then from there, we might say, maybe we do start charging store prices.
Yeah, you would kill them goofies out there.
And because overheads are more expensive out there, blah blah blah. So you got to get your bread. We've been fortunate enough to have good connections, good relationships, and all, to where we got a good place. We love being
the rent
downtown.
ain't that bad.
Yeah, we love being downtown. It's it's got that rustic, old school vibe to it.
Where y'all actually located at, man?
Yeah, we're on Market Street, right off Broadway. So like kind of towards Argosy, closer towards Argosy, right next to the Grand Theater.
Yeah, and if you search Basecamp.alton on Google, a lot of times we'll come up, and all our Instagram, it's all basecamp.alton. Same thing with Snapchat. Snapchat and word of mouth has been really our biggest driver, and because word of mouth, it's homies telling other homies.
We don't have a logo. We don't got a website.
Y'all know who y'all biggest person. Y'all need to give him a discount on something, man. Shout out to Dog Food Killer. He was just on this a couple episodes ago.
Oh yeah.
He be putting me on, like when I be seeing them posting shit, I be like, damn, I wish they had them on my size.
He got my pair though.
Yeah, he coming to get all that. Like
I wasn't happy about it. I had to only because it was him. I gave it to him, and I gave it to him for a great price too.
I love the way that what I'm saying. When
we'll talk about it.
When people come
down with some shit.
When people buy the shoes from you, they tag you, they repost it. That's like dope promotion.
Yeah. 100%.
Before I became, that's how I found out about the store.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing because you're hearing about it from someone you trust. It's easy to take in. It's organic. We're not trying to shove it down anybody's throat. We're trying to hook people up, help you sell some things. Maybe you buy a thing or two from us. At the end of the day, it's value created for everybody. I think that's why we've been successful.
On a side note, man, Alton has showed unbelievable love. Obviously there is this underground sneaker community in Alton, because there's some good grassroots people in Alton who just grew up on this shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like we get people from Collinsville, from Granite. We get a lot of Granite, Edwardsville kids. But at the end of the day, it's like Alton has showed out, and they more so than anything, they're just talking about it. They're just talking about it.
Because I know, there's so much cat probably coming there. People's coming there just looking at shit,
looking around,
acting like they're going to buy something and don't buy nothing. I know that's going on.
I get looks all the time. Flip a shoe up like, oh my God.
Because I'll be right back to get these. And
you don't really get that.
You got my size?
Let me go hit the ATM real quick. Like, all right, buddy.
Never seen it a little bit.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times.
One thing about sneakers is like it's kind of become an art form. It's a lot about expression. You know what I'm saying? Like
yourself.
you got a lot to do with somebody walk in the room, you make shoe contact before you make eye contact.
Yeah, that's true.
So like that got a lot to do with it. So it's about expression. Yep. And it's like, you gotta, I don't know, it says a lot about you, but it's kind of like art and music and everything. Like you gotta know your history as well, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
on blast,
with y'all being new to it and stuff like that, it's kind of like,
New to it?
2014, fucking yeah, that's new. Like, that's new.
I don't think that's new.
When did that pack come out? Did you talk about
My Define My Home track?
Yeah.
2000, what was that? 4 or 5.
I'm telling you, the Jordan 1 came out with 85.
85. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like
Oh,
y'all are
we're doing, like,
y'all are fairly
I-
new. So that's what I'm saying. Like it would help to have like, you know, to know your history and stuff like that, because like I said, this is new, that's new, that's new. Like that shit different.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like so you want to kind of link with everybody that's in the sneaker community and
That
just
shit ain't that old.
huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, if we get a shoe before 2010, we're telling people like, hey man, like.
And we got stuff in there like that. We have stuff from 09. I've had pairs in there from 06. I've had the Supreme Dunks from 2012, which is like a $3,000 shoe dead stock. So we do try to get not just what's hype right now, but stuff you could come in there and genuinely be surprised and be like, dang, I can't believe
Even
y'all
if
have
it's
a pair
just
of
even
these.
if it's just a piece that you want to post in the store and stuff like that, because of course you want to get all of that shit. That's gonna go
Yeah.
Right.
because y'all trying to make money. So like you want something that's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fly
what's
for
hot.
sure.
It's what's hot, you know.
Yeah.
Like around Christmas time, these shoes might just be absolute flying.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because and it's easy. You know, it's like you said. You know, your brothers or whatever wanted to get a whole fit. You just gotta get a shoe anymore.
Yeah.
Once you get the shoe, it's the fit.
That's it.
And
Around Christmas
then
time,
you buy the shoe and then you buy the fit. Where it used to kind of be you buy the fit and then you gotta find the shoes to go with it.
But like he just said, a $300 shoe is becoming more common. Shout out to my little cousins and shit. They young, they 18, 17, 19 years old. We had a little birthday party and shit. They off white everything, like clothes, like Versace shoes. They got like designer sneakers, but it's normal to them. Like
Was it that sneaker ball?
No. This was just as
Every day.
a family.
Right,
This is Thanksgiving. This was at the crib, like 4th of July or something. But younger kids, like they talk to their parents and like, hey,
This is what I want.
all I want for Christmas is these off white, and they $1,200. But they like parents is doing that shit, buying them Balenciagas and shit like that.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
that's like becoming a normal thing. So like you just said, around Christmas, them shit might be flying off the shelf.
I think more and more people are starting to also realize that it is investment too. Like if you wear this 3-4 times, you can still sell it for $350.
Yeah.
You might have paid $500 for it, but you can still get your money back.
So imagine if you paid the retail for it and you wore
Yeah.
it a couple times, you still can make a profit.
Retail on these are
Right.
like $130.
Yeah, it was 150, 130. Yeah.
So, like, what's y'all opinion on, and it might be a little different for y'all because y'all have a store, but on, like, StockX and stuff like that? Because for me personally, like, I've been in the sneaker game for a good while now.
Right.
And I remember when, like, let's say 2013, 2014, whatever, like, a lot of us, we're on St. Louis Sneaker Society, whatever. That's buy, sell, trade shoes, whatever. And on there, somebody might post a shoe for sale and let's say they wanted 180 for it, 160, whatever the case may be. You can go negotiate with a person now. Back then. But now, it's like, well, man, I can get 250 on StockX. Well, why not sell it on StockX? So, like, kind of what's y'all opinion, just personally, on situations like that, like websites like that?
For StockX in particularly, I think there's some pros and cons with it.
The fees is high as fuck.
Yeah, which would obviously be a con.
Yeah.
One of the pros, I would say, it's almost like a free market, which sneakers didn't really
you can
have
scale
that before.
yeah.
Exactly. You know at any point what the highest bid is for something, what the lowest ask is for something, and it's a global market.
Yeah.
And
So
the people depict it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You don't gotta buy that shoe. Just because
Exactly.
somebody's asking $800 for it, don't
Right.
mean you gotta buy it.
And it may sit there, and then a new lower ask may come up. So I think because it's a free market, that's a pro of it. And it also is pretty helpful because let's say if you don't have an account with 2,000 to 3,000 Instagram followers, something like that, you don't have the following, you can still hit on a Travis Scott and go get it off for what it's worth. You're not going to get hit over the head because someone who does have a following saying, well, you don't know anybody to resell that. You know, like your
Let me
mom
get this
could.
for 500 and then
Some single mom could hit on a pair of Travis Scotts, and all she has to do because of StockX is print off a label and send it off, and she gets that check.
Right.
So that's kind of a pro. And then there's also a con because of things like what you said. There's people, because there's this free market and a set price, it's really hard to find people who aren't going to take that free market and take, hey, that's a set price. It's going to be hard for me to go lower than that.
Right.
So that's the thing that makes it difficult. There's a lot less, bartering and things of that nature. But there is more kind of transparency, I would say.
yeah, the other pro I would say is that it kind of makes the whole sneaker conglomerate like one thing. It's not like out in New York you can charge this, but in the Midwest you can only charge this. It's like because that could be a real thing. There's a lot more access out there in New York there's a lot less here. You know, you could maybe try to charge more, but at the end of the day, it's like I can go to StockX, pay $250 for this.
So how do y'all feel about that? With you being a real, like y'all being in the sneaker community, how do y'all feel about all of the exclusive stuff being in the coast, like you East Coast, West Coast, stuff like that? The Midwest don't really get much respect when it comes to exclusive drops.
Right,
we don't have all the
we don't have the
stores.
tier 0 retailers. Our closest tier 0 retailer is probably Chicago, and we have maybe 1 or 2 up there. So I think there is a discrepancy of the amount of stuff we have access to out here.
So do you think? Do you think it's something that we'll be able to do in the future to change that?
I hope sneakers is trying to change that, and they take a look at where people are located and they try to distribute it out locally.
I mean, the Jordan 1 originated in Chicago. Like that's the Midwest.
Jordan originated in Chicago.
No, I'm just talking about the Jordan 1.
But Jordan also is trying to also run a brand, so like they know where they're gonna sell the most sneakers at. You know, like
but like you said, it's grown, so like you gonna sell it out there, but they still gonna buy it here.
Yeah, but they're gonna sell 30,000 out there.
Yeah.
Compared to 10,000 here. You know?
I think they would sell 30,000 anywhere though.
That's true.
Now,
wherever you put them.
Yeah, now it is.
That's true.
It probably wasn't like that then, because like I said, we first started collecting. First of all, like sneakers didn't just come out on Saturday.
Right.
Like, it might be a Wednesday, and they stopped it because kids were skipping school to get the sneakers.
Right.
So it's like now, I feel like now they can sell sneakers anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
You can be in Hawaii and drop some shit, and people still gonna buy it.
And we've talked about that. We would love to see a Travis Scott pull up in Alton Mall for retail. It's like, you know, how cool would that be just for the sneaker community? Just to like know, like, oh, maybe I can get that chance. Like, I don't have to just enter a raffle and get lucky. Maybe I can go into that mall. I mean, it would help them at the end
But
of the
that
day,
got
too.
a lot to do with you and y'all movement and just the community just
yeah,
pushing
but I would
that
still
shit.
like to see more people. You know, like, because I think some people think like, oh, like I can't even get a shoe retail. I can only pay resale. That throws them off. You know, it's like, why would I even? Well, yeah, exactly. And like he said, you know, he got out of the sneaker game because he was so used to being able to walk into a store, hit that thing retail. Now he's like, man, if I want that, I gotta get it resale. That just instantly.
It's unattractive.
I feel like I put in too much work. Yeah. Like over the years, I feel
rewarded.
Like nobody know they disrespecting me, but in my mind I'm like, man, you know how many shoes, how long I've been doing this shit.
You should be like a walking tier.
Yeah.
I'm a walking 0 tier.
Yeah, like
I'm dead serious.
I should fit like
I should walk in this motherfucker. They like, yeah, him. He
You
good.
get a pair.
Yeah,
Fucking right. I swear to God, like that's how it should be, like a video game. Like you should have something floating on your head.
You gotta
Like, you know what I'm saying? Drop that care package on your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It should be because, like, okay, you don't give a fuck about the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I do. Yeah. So it's just like, you know, you hit, I don't. It's just like, you know.
And then I have the purchase power. You know, like, I kind of depict with the help of StockX. It helps, but like. Yeah, I think
it's like you said, it's pros and cons.
Right.
I mean, do you think sneakers are at its height? Like, do you think like as far as like the want for a certain sneaker is like at its height right now, or
I wouldn't say
think, like the OGs are kind of straying away from it. And it's just kind of like fake hype type shit.
It's
I don't think
that.
I don't think I think Nike is just they making 20,000 pair of these in the whole world,
right?
And that's all, and that's why this shit is so crazy. Like I don't even think people like shoes that much. Like you on Sneaker App, I seen a pair of Hirachis sell out on Sneaker App. Like people don't like the Hirachi that much where it's gonna be selling out like that. I think a lot of that shit is like hype. Smoke and mirrors. Like they making it look like these shoes are them shoes.
So you think Nike's doing too much?
Yeah, like I feel like they full of shit. Like when it comes to that.
But they know what they know they're gonna capitalize on. Because if somebody
but they might be running a dry. That's the problem.
No,
they might be running a dry. They might be doing too much to where.
But that's what they did.
To where they're gonna be salty. Where like
when Yeezys like really take over that shit. Like when some shit happen like that, one of these companies that people like hype shoes really let people access Yeezys or let people like have access to
Kanye's goal, right?
That's going. But yeah, like when you can walk into a store and you can get a pair of all white Yeezys or all black Yeezys, like you can get the shell toes. when one of them companies do that shit, like Nike, I think Nike gonna be in trouble because.
But at the same time, like then you don't want it no more.
People
it's
like
all about
exclusivity.
exclusive. That's what
Like
I'm
the
saying.
Rolexes.
If you go walk in the mall and get that motherfucker, they gonna pick it
Everybody
up.
can do that.
No, they gonna pick it up, put it back down.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive
All
anymore.
white Air
It's not a
Force
status
Ones, though.
system.
Yeah.
All white Air Force Ones though.
They do well.
But you see them now; they're not rolling as many out. The people are reselling the Air Force Ones right now. People
You-
are reselling
you
for
could go-
$150.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
You might
You-
have
no,
to-
that's a fact.
How crazy is that?
That's
Think
a
But you
about
go
that.
Nike,
That's the
$90
shit
pair
that
of
crosses,
shoes.
but that crosses the line right
Yeah.
there.
like
Yeah.
Like you could go buy Forces since the early 2000s, and now all of a sudden, just because Nike
go get you
don't
a
want
pair
to
every
put that
day if
many
you
out.
want.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's my point though. Like, yeah, you always gotta have like some hype shoes. But Nike hyping everything. They're not making nothing that you can't get a pair of Air Max Ones. You can't get nothing just to go in the store and buy.
Why not release a one that never came out on sneakers?
Yeah, like it's
You know,
just
like-
they overdoing.
Yeah.
that.
But I don't think it's gonna go up from here though. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna go back down.
Hell no.
unless they find some
I think it's
competition,
gonna
I
go
think
up
it's a
from
lot of
here.
people
Nike
out
wouldn't
here.
let nobody come compete with them.
They jugger. They the jugger.
But they would. No, but that's what I'm
Nike been
saying.
doing it since the 80s.
But they would go down though. That's my opinion. Like I think when some other companies when more people start doing more collabs and with
It's all
other
about
companies
what the
shit,
people buy.
I think other people they focus gonna be on other shit that they can have access to. And then Nike gonna be like, all right, y'all, we're just playing. Like, go ahead. Like, we're gonna let y'all get a little something.
No, they just gonna
Nike
go
forever
get
gonna
the
run
biggest motherfucker and do a
Right. At the
collab.
time.
They
with
already
At the
got
time.
the biggest person. They got Drake. They got
Huh?
the biggest person. They got Travis Scott and Drake.
And then when Drake falls, it's gonna be somebody else. Like they ain't gonna be able to touch Nike.
No. I mean, at a certain point, we were talking about this the other night. It's like what Nikes you got on, you know. That's what it is anymore. What Jordans, what Nikes you got. It's not about what shoe you got. It's about what Jordan or Nike you got.
Right.
And
So it gets deeper. It gets into like just predictive programming. Like you're just so used to seeing that Nike all day. It is what it is.
And
you know?
Adidas and Yeezys, they had a ridiculous run, and they still on the run.
Yeah.
And they like jumped. Yeezy jumped on Jordan. No,
No, hell
it
no.
ain't even close.
That will never
it's
happen.
still not.
That will never.
And now,
happen.
did you see the price of the 350s and that the most hype Yeezy, and
Right.
they ain't even like that no
No,
more.
heck no.
The older ones
until
are.
Kanye leaves though.
Yeah.
Which is gonna happen probably.
Right,
He
when
won't
Kanye
be at
goes,
Adidas
when he
forever.
goes to Gap,
Then Adidas is over with.
but then the Yeezys probably go up. They
The
probably spike up in
resale on
value.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they not making any more.
But what if
So
Travis
it's-
Scott goes to Adidas?
Why would he do that?
Why would Kanye goes to Adidas?
I mean,
and leave?
like, you right.
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised Kanye didn't ride it out with Nike. Like that's crazy. I don't.
He wouldn't be a billionaire
You
now
could
though.
always go back.
He wouldn't be a billionaire if he
He
just
probably
stayed.
could always go back.
He definitely could go back. Then it's back up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, those red solas we were looking at the other night. That's a $10,000.
The Red Octobers used to be like
I mean,
one of the grails. I mean, back in the day when I first got into shoes, if you had a pair of Red Octobers, you were rich for sure.
Yeah.
No
I still
question
want
about
that.
it.
Or that's the only thing you own.
So like, what y'all think about? Like, we've been talking about brands and stuff. So what about all these independents that's coming up without these? So like, Cool Kai, I know you like
With
I'm
the
guessing
Thunderbolt on the Jordan 1 and
that
shit?
like
Yeah.
Omi and the Hellcat like doing the one silhouettes or whatever.
Yeah, I
like,
think
what
it's
y'all think about
helpful
that?
right now because like you said, everybody wants something exclusive, and now everybody's starting to get Nikes. Everybody's starting to, get that shit. So I think that's helpful for brands like
Is
that.
there for like a store like you guys? Is there a market for those type of shoes right now, or what's it looking like?
Really, like
We have a
not
couple
really.
pair in there though.
The Air Kai, we got some Air Kais in there and shit like that, and like custom pairs. But
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, what sells is you know what sells. Like, the Dunks are selling, the
Right.
Jordan 1s, the 3s, the 4s, the 13s. That shit.
But I think just whatever people wears with whatever you're saying like a Kanye or a Travis Scott or some shit. Like if Travis Scott start wearing the Nike Cortez,
Right.
like they would
Right,
be
yeah.
the
Or
number
New
one
Balances or Asics
shoe.
or
Like
something like
it's just
that.
whatever the people that are influential
Well, I mean,
start wearing.
Influence.
That's what's gonna
That's
be.
what goes hand in hand with StockX, Instagram, Facebook. It's so you see it every day.
Influence.
It's so centralized now that there's this this.
It was a dunk. Travis Scott wore a dunk like
And that's all
a
it
month
took.
ago, and like it went up. The next day
Oh,
it was
yeah,
on.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
on
You know-
StockX
you
for like
know what that
an
is?
extra 800.
A cosign. Like in so many words.
Well, I mean,
It is, though.
That's basically
But
what.
that's what
Travis is a Nike ambassador at the end of the day.
Kanye did that though. Before Kanye had a Yeezy or anything though,
A deal.
him and Don C start wearing the retro like Jordans with all the Nike signs on the back. Like they was going to eBay and they was buying
Shout
up.
out RSVP.
You know what I'm saying? They was buying up all
We went up there
off,
too.
off eBay. Yep, the RSVP gallery. But they was buying up all those old retros, and that's what made people. Cause we've been wearing these Jordans. We've been wearing 4s. We're wearing anything. When they first started putting the Jordan sign on the back of the 3s and the 4s and shit, you never heard nobody say,
I ain't
fucking with them. They ain't got the Nike sign on and shit. But when Kanye and them started wearing the old 6s with the Nike sign and shit, people was looking at you like, oh, them ain't the real. Like, I only wear the real joint shit. I remember that shit. That's like when I was in college. Like that's what people was doing. So I feel like those people, they can manipulate whatever's hot. Like they gonna tell Travis Scott like, hey,
Nike.
like if Travis Scott start wearing the foam posits again, the foam posits are pot. Like if that's just how this shit works.
The Travis effect. That's what people say. If Travis wears it, posts it on a thing, or does a collab with it, instant profitability on it.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
But, I mean, you saw the other day they took a poll. He's the most influential person right now. When they took a poll,
That's cap.
That's crazy to me.
not
Nike
did. Not Nike. It was some. I forgot what social media they did a poll.
I think Ye still.
If he ain't,
He's off his rocker.
no, if he ain't the most influential, he right there.
Who else? Yeah,
Like, he
maybe
right
Drake
With the
would be
young
next.
crowd, though.
Or
You know, like,
Virgil.
Yeah,
you gotta
which
realize
the young crowd is the
who are
masses
the
though.
who are
Right.
the finger tappers?
Yeah,
Who are the finger
the
tappers?
masses. The young crowd is the masses. So
And then they see, the TikTok people, like the Jordan Obsidian one is a great example. Like
What's that? Well, I mean, what
The
about it?
Obsidian is
I know what the Obsidian-
the 13s came out this week, so it's the the retro one Obsidian.
Yeah.
It's got the blue, the navy blue, and then
and the
royal.
Carolina.
Yeah, I know it's shoot, but what about it?
So like,
It's like
I mean
going for
that,
like
that
5.
price was at $350, $400 all day, and then Charlie D'Amelio, the TikTok star, wore hers for
A
$600.
TikTok dance or something?
600, 650. Yeah,
Damn, I had like 2 pairs of them. I still got a pair of theirs though.
yeah, that's a great pair. I mean, that's as far as Jordan 1, that's
Most
top 5.
shattered backboard quality. It's good leather on that one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I touched it. I ain't wear it.
GR release is really nice.
So do y'all got anything coming up? Like y'all doing any giveaways or y'all start?
You know what y'all need to
YouTube or
do?
anything?
Do everything with me. I'm keeping it real with y'all. Like, so if you ask about the sneaker community and shit like that, everybody gonna say Joe Jack.
Yeah. No, I've heard your name multiple times. That's the first time we've ever.
Yeah, so it's like anything, and I don't want nothing from y'all. So anything that we can do to help each other, like that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely, man.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I mean, right
Anything
now,
reason to doubt, Joe Jack, anything
Yeah.
that we can do
No, we
together,
appreciate you guys having
collab,
us.
like
2:30 for some lightning.
I have nothing to
lightning
do with
forward.
that.
No, we do. That's collective. That's
Huh?
collective.
They was $220 retail.
Collective.
240 after tax.
It was $240. I got them retail. Anyway, but anything we can do together, collab or whatever, anything the Reason Doubt podcast can do to
I
help
mean,
y'all.
shoes go deep.
That's what we doing. Yeah.
And anymore, like it's an investment. You know, like I know you guys don't really look at it like that, but like newer people.
I respect both sides.
Right.
I'm not even gonna lie because I grew up a hustler. So like I respect the hustle. Now like I'm with him. I don't necessarily like it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But like I respect the hustle. Like if you got a shoe that's going for $500 and you give it to me for $350, yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh, don't get it twisted.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
that'll be a mutual thing.
Right.
You
Every
know what I'm
release
saying?
on the sneaker
But if
app-
you don't, I wouldn't even be
Yeah,
mad.
running up, yeah.
No, I wouldn't even be mad because it's like, you know,
You gotta get your bag.
get your hustle.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. Every release on the sneaker app, I try to buy them. Like any shoe that
You can't
like
lose,
that I
usually.
think I lose every time. But that's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry about if you get it.
But like that's my point. Like I try to win every shoe. Like I set a reminder and I enter the drawing for every shoe that come out. And a lot of them, like if I'd have won these, I wouldn't even probably have won. I probably just would have sold them.
Yeah.
So I understand the hustle. I don't like it, but it's a
basically
hustle.
cash or consignment.
Yeah, like it's a hustle. So like I'm with it because I understand the sneaker market. So I try to get every shoe. I just don't like it, but I understand.
It's good, man. The sneaker community's good. You know, like
Yeah.
there's like like obviously you're gonna have your people who are trying to get the fakes over your head and shit like that. But at the end of the day, it's a very good collective.
Y'all see anybody selling fakes to people?
I mean, yeah.
How tell the people like?
I mean,
how,
there's stores out there that sell fakes.
but how do you know
But
like?
because you got such a good image, you just sell
getting
it.
that shit
and
Like
nobody's
what-
gonna say nothing.
Nobody
Like,
even
one-
question.
You got a good image.
But
Nobody even
it got-
question.
You got 40K followers on Instagram.
Store like what?
Some stores.
He ain't gonna say.
But explain to the people like I don't so
And we're no gods either.
No, but Juice had a homeboy, and he was trying to tell him like, I forgot what shoe it was. But
he had some Ben 13.
Yeah, the half ones.
The Ben 13, and he got them from Dubai. Ordered them for Dubai or something, right?
Dubai's pretty legit.
So I'm like,
but he said, but look, it's some Ben 13, so this is $1,000 shoe probably.
Yeah.
He's saying he got them
I paid $200 for these.
Yeah. Too good to be true.
I've never even seen the shoe. Still to this day, I've never seen the shoe.
You don't need to.
I said, bro, they're fake.
Right, you don't need to see them.
But it's people that don't understand that.
Yeah, he like, you sure they came from Dubai? I'm like, bro, there's no way. I don't care if somebody was high on crack cocaine. They ain't sell you them shoes for $200.
Right. People in Dubai like money too.
You know what I'm saying?
Gonna lose money.
I seen a sneaker collector in Dubai. He had some shit.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah,
videos.
No, but look,
And he was ready to steal. He was
But we getting off
Zoo,
the
yeah.
But look, like my point is,
He still wanted to sell.
it's people that's selling dunks and shit, like, and
for a
they
living.
but they selling them people for retail. Like they got these for $500.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
what? How do people get
I mean, at
scammed
the
like
end of the
that?
day, some people don't really care.
Yeah.
Some people spend
feel like
that
that's
quick,
true.
Some people just
That's what it
spend
is.
that quick $500, take an Instagram picture. Ain't nobody questioning you on Instagram. I mean, obviously everybody's gonna have their thing, you know, on the side. But at the end of the day, it's like you got your flex out there. You paid half the price. You fucking
It
anymore
looked just like
anymore the condition and the quality is about the exact.
Yeah, they're not
same.
gonna. If you
So
walk in
it's
the room with them, nobody.
Because nobody gonna take it off your
it.
foot and be
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
how much do you think Nike spent for that shoe?
shit.
Oh,
$2?
$10.
$10.
$2.
So why can't somebody else just spend $20 on a fake shoe? You know, they probably don't have the materials, you know, at will, but they can still spend $20, $40 on a fake and then sell it for $100.
No, I seen a documentary where the Nike factory and the fake factory
Right next to each other.
No, within the same thing.
Same thing.
Like they get done making all the shit for Nike, they make all the shit for the
Crazy.
fake shit.
Crazy.
The
So
same
they got the
people working.
blueprints.
Like,
They
y'all
got
want
the
to work some
material.
y'all want to work some overtime?
Crazy.
We're gonna make these for
Crazy, man.
yeah. So
And it's getting even more like, you know, they're shutting down factories right now and shit. I know, like in Vietnam, I think they have like a big thing. They shut down like one of Nike's biggest factories, and so you know releases aren't coming as much. So I mean, Nike knows what they're doing, man. Like they see how in demand this shit is. They got their grasp on it. They got an idea of what they want to do. I hope, to be honest, man, I kind of hope they like this year and the year before. Like how many Heat releases did they come out with? You know, it was like Heat. It's like go 6 months without releasing nothing good. You know, get people, you know, kind of waiting for something, really anticipating something good, right?
now you're trying to get somebody
Now,
killed.
they got these, they got these, they got the
Like on the
Hamas,
Concord,
you know,
like
they
a
done,
couple years
they're
ago.
just dropping
Niggas
heat
whack.
left and
Just
right.
trying to get some money.
Just left and right.
Hey man, shout out everybody. Shout out your socials so everybody know where to come.
Yeah, just basecamp.alton at everything.
Yeah, basecamp.alton.
Yeah. We're gonna get y'all a logo, man. I think y'all need a logo,
I
man.
definitely need a logo, man.
I can get y'all one for about $300.
You know what? Y'all need to steal that, like the little headache shit, the BC. Y'all need to steal that shit.
Wow.
You ever see the BC, the headache shit?
You know, I got a story about BC from last night. but-
Yeah, it's like
The
base,
powder?
base camp. It's BC.
Or like before Christ. Y'all got some dinosaurs.
B.C.alton.
Y'all already got the
Y'all
document.
definitely need a logo, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Y'all need
We
to
opened super premature.
push our brand.
Like we
man.
just like the main thing our main goal was create a physical real life experience.
Yeah.
Because how many times you done seen this shoe on the internet already? How many times you done seen it? You know, we want somebody to be able to come in.
See it in person.
I had a girl today come in who strictly tried on Dunks to see what size she wanted to order on StockX. You know, like, I'm okay. I get fuck you. That's awesome. Come in.
hold on.
It's free.
Hold
It's
on.
free exposure.
So what's the craziest shoe y'all seen in person?
In person?
The Eminem Way I Am 3. It's only 313 in the whole world, bro.
2.
Two. That's a 2.
What's the craziest?
Yeah, 2, my bad.
He's seen some. Like he's got some good ones, man. Like I'll let him. Take
We've
that
probably
over.
had some really good SBs come in the shop. You know, I brought some good SBs. Those
Some
Supreme
puss
SBs
heads,
were in
too.
there. The puss heads were in there. We get a bunch of old stuff, a bunch of new stuff. It really kind of just depends. But stuff doesn't really sit in our shop too long. We're really big about pricing it pretty low
Yeah.
and then getting it
We
out.
probably shit to move. I mean,
We're
honestly,
trying to
like,
make it
our
move.
thing is buy low, sell low. You know, because right now, like you know, I talked about earlier about Soul Cave coming over, cashing us out. You know, they were paying us basically, you know, $20, $30 less than what we were asking in store. You know, so like they're still paying way over retail value, and then they're still up marking that up too. But like at the end of the day, we got good prices, we got good selection. Obviously, we don't got the the biggest space, the biggest backings in the world, so we can't have everything at one time, which I think actually kind of adds to us. You never know what you might get when you get in there.
See, that's. We're going to end it on this because I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And
Appreciate y'all having us, man.
the fact that you just said y'all opened your store prematurely, I think that's dope.
Yeah.
We started this podcast prematurely. I didn't know what I was doing when I did this shit.
Well, would you?
And
Nobody ever knows what
our motto on the Reason Doubt podcast is just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. That's something that people just doubt you. And you probably said to somebody, I want to open a sneaker store. So they're like, you can't do that. That's not a big enough spot. Or that's a...
You're
not in Alton.
Yeah, you're not in Alton.
Yeah.
That's the big
Why not try that in St. Louis? Why not try that?
So y'all are doubted, man. People doubt y'all every day, but y'all are succeeding. Y'all got a successful business that's gonna keep growing. I see big things for y'all. KD gonna get them lightning fours for
the steel. For the steel. We're at a back door. I'm at basecamp.
But make sure y'all go to goalie.com. Reason Doubt podcast promo. Oh. And we always got gifts for our guests, man.
Oh, awesome, man.
Make
230.
sure, make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all go home. Y'all go home and open that. Don't even worry about it. You ain't got to open it on camera or stuff like that. But we got y'all, man. Little care package for y'all. Shout out to Deuces. Remind me, I always forget to give people their gift on camera. But,
Deuces, man.
yeah.
You be $300.
You already know it.
You didn't get that story. You gotta get that story.
But this is my head. But this is episode, what is it, 109?
109, man.
I always remember just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. Reasons Out podcast, man. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back next week. Shout out to Basecamp.
Yep. Shout out Reasons Out, man. Appreciate y'all.
1.